The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Why did Justin Fields get benched by the Steelers? And does Fields have any chance of developing into the Jets' long-term answer at quarterback? Those are two of the many questions I will ask Andrew Fialkow when he breaks down the All-22 on Justin Fields. It's the Jake Asman Show. Film review coming up. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby. Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Brees Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. Hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. ASMANIAC raffle coming your way tomorrow. So this is the last show that you have to enter for a chance to win a signed jersey by the New York Sack Exchange, a signed helmet by the New York Sack Exchange, and oh yeah, another jersey signed by each member of the legendary New York Sack Exchange. Joining us right now to talk Fields, talk Jets, and just to see where he's been is our dear friend from JetsXFactor.com, Andrew Fialkow. Andrew, welcome back to the show, man. I know you called in from the train the other day during the Fields live stream, but this is a real Andrew Fialkow appearance right here.
Yeah, I actually watched it back, and I didn't know how bad it sounded because I had AirPods in, but it sounded like someone was in the comments like it sounds like a dog was dying. Like and I had no idea. I was just rambling on for like 3 minutes, and you hung in there, so I appreciate that.
Well, you got good insight, man. And I know you were excited about the Field signing when it happened from an upside standpoint. We're going to show some clips. You're going to do what you do. But from like a wide lens perspective, give us your thoughts, not just on Fields, but on some of the other moves the Jets have made, including one since the last time I was on the air. The Jets have signed former Chargers tight end Stone Smart to a one-year deal. He hasn't played a lot. He has flashed a little bit when he's played. He's more of a receiving tight end than a true blocking tight end. So that's the latest there, plus the other moves the Jets have made.
Yeah, the Stone Smart move, I think we need to be proactive at tight end. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if Tyler Warren's the pick at 7, who's a guy that is basically could do everything. I would be happy with that pick. I definitely have to dive into his film a bit more to be to understand what he adds to the team. But I've watched some of his clips, and he's a wildcat guy. He could do a lot of different things. But from what I know about this offense that Tanner Engstrand's bringing in, it seems like it's going to be heavy personnel, so 2 tight ends in the field a lot. And right now, we were talking pre-show, the Jets tight end room is not looking great. I'm not a huge proponent that they need to bring Conklin back, and I think Smart will be a better receiving option than Conklin was. Conklin just doesn't really provide much besides being like a possession type guy as a receiver. So I think Smart's a good start. It's a 1-year deal. It seems like Muji's doing a lot of 1-year deals, nothing that's going to be on the books for too long, and hoping that they pan out and the upside will be what they're betting on. Other deals, I'm trying to think what else they did. I don't think that Josh Myers deal is like they're moving AVT. I think we need some interior line depth so we don't start practice squad guys like we were last year with. I remember doing film and having no idea who Jake Hansen or whatever that guy's name was. So I think that was a good depth signing. I hope they're not done. I mean, Jake, our receiver room is bare. So
I mean, you might need to suit up. It's so
I'm down.
bleak.
But I mean, our receiver room is bare right now. So I know it hasn't been rumored of any receiver at 7. And I mean, Warren's a great receiver, but Garrett right now is in my eyes, alone in that room. And now I've been seeing on Twitter, people are like, wait, like no one's mentioning it, but we might keep Lazard. I'm like, oh boy, I'm not really into that. But the depth chart is not great for receivers. So hopefully we could sign someone. I know Tim Patrick's still out there. I would have loved to sign like who got even
Darius
like
Slayton.
yeah, Slayton I would have been interested in. Westbrook Akine went for cheap, a 1-year deal. Palmer was a little bit more expensive, but I don't know what their thoughts are with the receiving core. So we got to be keeping an eye on that in the near
Couple
future.
thoughts on what you were saying. I was messaging with someone who very close to the Packers, just asking about Josh Myers. Quote, he's not as bad as some Packers fans make him seem. Certainly not very good. Decent in the run game, but a liability in pass protection. Believe he accounted for the most pressures of any center in the league last year. Great locker room guy, though. Tough, played through a lot of injuries. We're shocked he got such a small deal. For $3.5 million, you could do a lot worse, but also wouldn't want him as my center of the future. We know Tippmann's the center, so this guy could play guard. He's your backup center. They needed some depth there. I mean, Wes Schweitzer stunk, and he couldn't stay on the field. So for $3.5 million, I like it. But I agree with you. I don't think they're moving AVT just yet, but until we get more O-line moves, it's at least possible. Hey, AVT's the right tackle. Myers is the right guard. Tippmann center. Simpson left guard. Olu left tackle. But I agree with you. This, by the way, is from Jet Nation. Shout out to Dylan for tweeting this out here. It's actually very tough to see, so it's not a great image to put up on the screen the way StreamYard lets me do it. But we'll go through the depth chart once we get a few more signings here. But if everyone go to Dylan's Twitter if you want to see this graphic in full, because I don't have the ability to make it larger for those of you trying to squint and look at that depth chart graphic. I apologize. Couple memberships here that have been gifted to start us off. And if you're tuning in late, this is the final show to enter the raffle for a chance to win a Sack Exchange jersey in green, a helmet by each member of the Sack Exchange, and a Sack Exchange jersey in white. All these items are signed and come with authentication. Bobby Midnight is gifted a channel membership. It went to Derek Gallo. Shout out to Bobby, who won his ASMANIAC Madness matchup. V-Man has gifted a channel membership. Where have you been, V-Man? V-Man in the raffle for one with this membership. It went to listener Nate A. So far, we've added 2 new channel members during today's show. And our next emoji, when we have it made, will be a Justin Fields channel emoji. All right, Andrew. Before we get to the film review here, we have to set the scene for ASMANIAC Madness, because a lot of people have been waiting for this one today. They're calling it the Battle Down Under. We have the number 6 seed in the Butter region, Craig from Australia, taking on the 11 seed, Sarah from Australia. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. When you hear Jim Nance's voice, it means it's time to vote, vote, vote.
It's time for ASMANIAC Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top ASMANIAC for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
Oh, yeah, baby. It's time. We're going full Australian on the show. Craig got me this hat when he was here in the U.S. Crocodile Asman here for you. Here we go, Andrew. The madness is here.
What would the odds be on this one, we think? Craig the slight favorite?
Craig's got to be the favorite, but the problem he might run into are the simps who will just vote for a pretty woman. That might be the issue Craig runs into.
Oh, wow. See, the vote's coming quick. Wow.
Now, it might be tough to do the show with this on, but I'll do my best here to pay homage to the great country of Australia. So vote, vote, vote. All right, Andrew. Film review time. I'm excited about this. I know you are. Oh, hold on. Mike D's Nuts in the raffle for 5. Just saw this. Thank you, Mike.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
And when Mike gifts memberships, there's only one thing to play. These nuts. Yeah, 5 people just got memberships. All right, thank you very much, Mike. We'll get you down in the raffle. Andrew, whenever you're ready, you can take it away. We'll break down some Justin Fields film, and you'll kind of give us, what we need to know about these starts, what you saw, and ultimately why you think a guy like Mike Tomlin, despite the team being 4-2, decided they wanted to sit him and go to Russell Wilson.
So I'm seeing right now I have to share my screen. I have to restart my Chrome.
Uh-oh.
So let me hop out quick, do that, and then I'll hop right back in.
All right, we'll bring Andrew right back. In the meantime, I will stay on and answer any super chats, and I'll give you guys some more insight on the player the Jets signed earlier, Stone Smart. So here's what I can tell you about Stone Smart. Yeah. I can't tell you much because, quite frankly, I've never heard of the guy. You look at his numbers, though. He had an 84.2% catch rate, and quarterbacks had a 112.3 passer rating when targeted. You watch some of his film, you do see potential there, but that's about all I got. I mean, on 19 targets last year, he had 16 catches for 208 yards, picked up 11 first downs. He was 8th out of 58 tight ends in yards per route. So, I mean, look, you're betting on the upside here. Chargers non-tendered him as a restricted free agent. He's 6'4", 226 pounds. He had 16 catches last season for 208 yards. They hit on the signing, could be a really good move. If they don't, it's a one-year commitment. They still need to adequately address tight end, and we'll see. You know, are they waiting for the draft for that? Are they going to sign Conklin back? That's the key. But Conklin, I don't consider to be a great golfer. Or a blocker, excuse me, not golfer. So this guy's more of a receiving tight end they signed. So my question is, would you really bring back Conklin as well? You still have Ruckert under contract, probably fighting for his roster spot. That's the question. All right. We have Andrew back with us right now. Andrew, how was the Google Chrome reset?
We're all good.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the film review on Justin Fields now is about to get underway. Got to find a way to put these headphones on where it doesn't fall off my ears. Need some Vegemite as well if we're going full Australian right now. All right, Andrew, whenever you're ready, I will go full screen. Here we go. I see we have our first play right here. Hold on a second. Before presenting a screen, remove other media streams from the stage. Oh, here we go. Watch this. Boom. Take it away, Andrew.
All good? Okay. So I spent the last few days, I probably watched 8 hours of Fields, I guess I took from every single drop back he had. Just because I was curious. I was like kind of rooting for him last year, and I was like, oh, like he's 4-2. It's very easy to just be like, oh, he's 4-2. Like, why on earth with that stuff? So here, I thought this play was really unique. It's the end of the first half. They're rolling him out, getting him off the launch point. He does a really good job setting his hips. Pickens not out of his break yet. A big thing that I was watching with Fields is everyone talks about his processing. His processing is slow. He's on one read for too long. He holds onto the ball for too long. He takes bad sacks. And I would agree with a lot of that. I think it's improved. He can improve on it, but something I want to see more of is this. He's going to release the ball. Pickens isn't out of his break. He's throwing him open, and it's a perfect ball. I think he got hit also, but he shows that he has this in him. This is a really far throw. Guy right near his face, and it's a perfect ball. To say that this was a consistent thing on film from him, it would be a lie. But there are a lot of, like, if I was Glenn, and part of it is the processing is really, really lacking. And going into year 5, Jake, it's definitely concerning if you don't process well as a quarterback and you're going into your 5th year.
When you watched him play, Andrew, on tape, like, how often would he take off and run with it compared to what he was doing with Chicago? Like, how often was he just relying on his greatest ability, which is his running ability?
Yeah, so his scramble rate was 17%, which was like around the league average. So that means on all dropbacks, 17% of them he scrambled. And I don't think he necessarily did it too much. I feel like his pocket feel is just not great, where if he holds onto the ball for too long, he might run into a sack. Or the scrambling I didn't think was like too bad. I don't think this offense ran much unique plays or a scheme or concepts for him. And I was talking to people at Jets X Factor about it, and the conclusion was that they feel like it was probably because they wanted to keep the training wheels on him. So, I mean, they didn't even run a lot of RPOs with him. So, like, run pass options, I would be all over with Fields, but it didn't seem like they did a lot of it. They did a lot of this under center, play action, boots, nakeds, get him out off platform, to be extremely harsh. and it's an extremely, extremely difficult position to play. It's, again, the hardest position. Just breaking this down, this is just a little power play action, so you're going to get a puller. Their run game is pretty good. Najee, when I was watching, I was like, wow, I didn't know Najee was having this good of a year, but you see the play action. Not the best fake. I feel like I'm used to Rodgers play fakes at this point, so I'm so used to like the best play fakes, but I would like him to sell that a little more. But look, you got the pulling guard showing power run. And then what you have here at the bottom is just a little like I would call like a stalk, like to go block and go from Van Jefferson. And then Pickens, who, God, man, on tape, his effort at times is awful. Like I was shocked to see that. I didn't know if that was a real thing. He's just running like a da-da-da-da-da and curl. And right here, Fields is like, okay, I'm on Van. So if this is Fields, he's going 1 to 2 to check down. Fine. So right now, pristine pocket. He sees Van. I would throw this. You're throwing a guy open. This is more than enough room in the NFL to go throw this and give your guy a shot. But if you watch Fields' helmet, he's on it. Okay, he's off it. He's on Pickens now. I would throw this. He's staring at Pickens. This guy, I don't know, the linebacker is coming up on the check down. Pickens is about to have all this space that you can layer this ball into. Nope, doesn't like that and gets to the check down. So it's just like weird turn downs that he's just not comfortable with. And if you go from the end zone angle, does he ever even look? He never even looks at Jefferson. This was never an option for him. It looks like a lot of the time on tape, I don't know where his eyes are. So now he's looking at Jefferson. I don't get that. Now he's looking at Pickens when he was open. I would like him to just deliver the ball in a clean pocket there. And then he's like, oh, I don't like it. So right there, he's like, oh, do I like it? I think I like it. Pats the ball, indecisive. Let me just throw the check down and incomplete. So that was an issue a lot on film. This was not a one-off. Again, that's not even like processing a unique coverage, because the coverage here is pretty cut and dry cover 3. So it even could be like a quarters where Jesse Bates is going to fit the run, but you have one deep safety, another deep safety, deep corner, and then Bates is going to go run after it. But 3 buzz, quarters, whatever it is, you have guys open. And there are guys open all over the film. That was the issue that I continued to run into with him, just turning things down for no reason.
Before we get to the next play, an update in ASMANIAC Madness. I'm wearing my crocodile hat in honor of the battle down under. Craig from Australia with an early lead, but it is tight. It is 52-48 with almost 250 votes that have been cast. Craig has super chatted. Please, everyone, don't put Sarah in the unemployment queue. Sarah's job is on the line if Craig doesn't win. Hawk writes in, a vote for Sarah is a vote for a winning season in 2025. She's got the Stiggers jersey on, LFG. Look at Hawk simping for some random Australian. I'm just kidding. Hawk simping for his woman. Super chat from Darth. Stop simping and vote for Craig. Big fella will lead the league in rushing this year. They better. Their only chance of being good is to maximize Breece Hall, Fields' running ability, Isaiah Davis, Braylon Allen. Like, ground and pound should be back for this offense. At least I hope, Andrew.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a lot of it.
Especially if they take Warren, too, and they really want to be, like, physical at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. I think that's going to have to be the scheme is going to be very much run, play action, get Justin out on the edge using his legs. Kind of like the next play I have. We could have a whole QB run game surrounded around his athleticism. So
Mickey says, Fialkow is the man. Give the man his weekly spot back. He didn't lose his weekly spot by choice. The season ended. We do film reviews with Andrew, and Andrew also has a real life job that he's about to graduate from grad school, folks. Come on.
Yeah, no, I missed the show, man. The film reviews take a long time. They're very time consuming.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let's break down the next play here on Fields. Set this one up for us, Andrew.
Yeah. So there's like 2 minutes left in the game. They're 3rd and 5. And I mean, the personnel that they would throw out there is so funny. Like, they're just out there in 14 personnel So 1 running back, 4 tight ends. They're like, yeah, we're just going to run it and ice the game. This was a 3rd and 5 that ended up icing the game for them. And this is what you can do with Fields. Like, this is an insane formation to be running in the NFL. 2 duo tight ends to the right, another tight end to the left, Connor Haywood in the backfield, and you're running QB counter. So 9% of teams in the NFL aren't going to run their quarterback probably on 3rd down and 5. I mean, like a designed run, but QB counter. So he's going to fake it to Patterson. That was never really an option. You have 74 pulling, 83 pulling, and Fields is a really good runner. He stays skinny, strong, breaks 2 tackles, lowers the shoulder. Look at him getting skinny between these two. Splits that, breaks the arm tackle, breaks another arm tackle. And what I love, I feel like he's so tough, is he's going down, but he's lowering his shoulder like a real running back and taking the hit on. And teammates will watch that back. So that stood out to me. I was like, okay. My note was like on that was like, kid is tough, because that shows a lot to do that.
Well, you can't run for 1,100 yards in a season without having like a special running ability if you're a quarterback. So I like that play a lot on film.
Yeah, definitely. And it's something that we're going to be seeing a lot of, I believe, come this season. And then here we go to the game, week 2 already. We're at the Broncos game, and they're in 14 personnel again at the goal line. And I'm like, it's insane. It's a little crazy to me. Their personnel groupings were definitely really interesting. But this one, there's not a ton to it. They get a sack here. And Justin's internal clock has to be going off. So what happens right here is I think 83 is going to try and pick, and then they're going to try and get 81 on a little rub, but they pass it off really easily. So Fields, again, this play fake, quite uninspiring in my eyes. Just like, let's put the ball in his belly and pull it out. Anywho, nitpicking. I'm always going to be nitpicking. But the guard gives up a pressure. He kind of feels it, and Zach Allen gets thrown away. But this is what I'm talking about. Fields, right away, your head gets to this. It's not there. We need to be quick. It's not there. We need to be on our next read already. Fryer moves over the middle, not there. So right now, it should have been, okay, now I'm going to take off and run, or just throw this damn ball out of the end zone. We're not taking a 7-yard loss on 1st and goal when there's no intentional grounding for just throwing it out of the end zone. Do I like this concept at all? No, because you're not hitting this check down. I mean, you could. It's just in a really congested boom. Okay, that's not there. I'm going to get off that a little bit quicker. That's not there. I'm going to get out. And he was sacked an incredibly large amount. And especially at the goal line, you cannot afford to be taking sacks there.
Man, they got to get him to process faster. I guess some of that could be taught, but we're putting a lot of faith in Tanner Engstrand.
Correct.
And also the quarterback coach hasn't been a quarterback coach for that long. Charles London, I believe is his name. He's been a running back coach before. So, it's tough to put a whole lot of faith in his offensive coaching staff till we actually see it.
Well, he was with Gino last year, right?
He was, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, when you're year 5 going to NFL and the processing still isn't there, it's as much of a mental game for the quarterbacks as it is physical. That's why you can't really – it's so hard to project guys out of college, because if they're playing in spread systems or air raid systems where it's one read and we could show, oh, wow, I have unbelievable arm talent, a lot of that time it doesn't translate to the NFL because things happen a lot quicker. But, yeah, we need to hope and pray for the best of the coaching staff. And look, then there's plays like this though from Fields where this is an A+. It stood out on tape for me because I was like, okay, he's seeing it, he's not thinking, he's getting 3-step drop, hitch, and go. That's what you want. That's when a QB's in rhythm and timing. So what you're going to get post snap, he's taking a, I think, 5-step drop, 3-step drop, 1 hole. So man coverage across the board, the whole defender. So number 6, the safety, he's going to poach anything in the middle, and you have a safety deep. Now, Patrick Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year, 3rd and 11. Not really sure why you're playing off man, but good on Fields. Hits the top of his drop, hitches over because he feels pressure, and he's releasing the ball right here. Again, that's A+ anticipation. Pickens is just getting out of his break, throwing him over. It's not easy. He's mitigating pressure a little bit with Jonathan Cooper coming off the edge. and he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit and done, because you're not always going to get this free access at the bottom on 3rd and 11 on a 15-yard out route. But it's more about the process of the play on time. So that was an encouraging rep, at least, to see from him.
Before we get to the next play here on film, super chat from Bo, who writes in, Andrew, do you see him going through his progressions and looking back to his primary? It shows up as inconsistent, but maybe that's his major flaw.
I don't know what he exactly means by that, but with me, he's either way too quick to get off his first read or he's way too long to get off his first read. There's not really an in-between. I don't think he ever gets back to his, he's never 1 to 2 to 3 and then back to 1. It's usually 1 to 2, check down or scramble. That's really what his MO is.
Sarah writes in, no job, looks like I'm moving to the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another tight one in this matchup. 51-49, Craig leading Sarah with over 330 votes that have been cast. So it is, wow, close, real close. Super chats will cut the line. Mickey writes in, I'm a Tyrod truther. Do you agree Tyrod greater than Fields?
Would Tyrod run this offense better? I think in a lot of aspects, yes. But we just gave Fields $20 million. He's gonna start. And
30 guaranteed. Here's the thing: for one game, Tyrod might be better, but if you're trying to get through a season, Fields is your better chance.
Yeah. I think there's upside with Fields. There's places where he could really improve and then become a very good quarterback. I think. I just don't know how likely it is that improvement happens.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Jet Set Go says Darnold and Mayfield had bright offensive minds to bring them to the next level. Fields had Nagy, Smith, and now Engstrom. Love the show. Vote Craig. We don't know what Engstrom is, to be fair. Engstrom might be the next Ben Johnson. He also could be Nathaniel Hackett. We don't know.
Right.
I hope he's good, though. That'd be nice. That would be nice.
Same here.
All right, let's continue with the film review here. Reminder to those just tuning in, though, this is the last day to enter the raffle. I will make all $10 super chats, two raffle entries for this show, and a $20 super chat. Instead of counting for 5, it will count as 7 for this one show here. Give people more of a chance to get in the raffle to win some Sack Exchange gear. We'll also add some other gear, merch store gear, Gustbuster umbrella as well for 5 total winners tomorrow on the show. So Sack Exchange jersey, 2 of them, and the helmet. We're raffling away tomorrow on the show. All right, Andrew, let's get to this next play that we have on film here.
Yeah. So again, this is going to be a staple in the Jets offense. I think may look simple, but it's not. This is an RPO that I want the Jets should be running at the goal line at all times. So it's a zone read, but you have routes going downfield. So they're running stick up top. That means they're running a stick route and a flat route. And it's just on Justin to read it, read the leverage, read what you would call here the apex defender. So what you're gonna have is Darnell Washington on the stick, Freiermuth on the flat route, and then Fields is just reading right here. He crashes down. That's easy for Fields to pull. If either of these guys wanted to come up, he has the opportunity to throw that. Easy enough, walk-in touchdown. And it might look simple. And it kind of is simple. It's not the most complex play, but it's a good run-pass option, and you get that opportunity because of what Fields is. Now, would I be telling my guy, normally they would do a surf technique, which is when you slide a bit and you try and play both. Would I be telling this guy to crash? Absolutely not, because that's way too much green grass for Justin. But he made the right read. It's a simple read. It's a pull. Easy walk-in touchdown. And that's going to be a play that the Jets, not just that play, but having his legs as an option at the goal line is so, so vital. And it's going to be really, really important that the Jets can build an offense where they maximize his strengths. Plays like that, where we could make it simple for him and not have to think too much and just let him use his athleticism because he's got a lot of it.
Andrew, I have some breaking news. You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Holy crap. Battle down under. 51-49. Sarah has her first lead on the day. If you support Craig, You better vote. And if you're a Sarah fan, you better keep voting to pull off the 11-6 upset in the battle down under. This to me is surprising. I knew there were a lot of simps out there, but I thought Craig, because of his long-standing support of the channel, would get the dub. But hey, we've seen a lot of people think Mikey Midnight could win. So the idea that without Craig we wouldn't have Sarah, I mean, without Bobby we wouldn't have Mikey. So I don't know if that applies, but interesting to see where the chat is at right now.
Very interesting.
What has surprised you in this tournament so far, Andrew? I know you're locked in every day to ASMANIAC Madness.
Damn, now I'm on the spot. I feel like I saw, no, I did see one. I saw, I think a 15 seed one, didn't they?
Dave Briga beat the Beast.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I like Dave a lot. I feel like I've only watched his calls when he's very upset. So, not sure. But I've seen him on a bunch. He's always, oh, but wait, don't him and have they had like beef before?
Dave Briga is not a fan of Beast Breaker, so the committee matched him up.
Okay.
Beast is saying that it was rigged. He thinks he was cheated.
Oh, well, good job by the committee there, knowing their personnel.
Committee knows what they're doing. That's how we got the battle down under, folks. So vote. All right, let's get back to the Justin Fields review. If you have a question for Andrew on anything Fields related, put it in as a super chat. It will go first. Andrew went back and watched all 6 starts on film from Justin Fields. We'll get to why you think ultimately Tomlin benched him coming up here, but continue to break down some plays that you got for us.
Yeah. So now we're week 3 now. The last play was week 3 also. I'm sure people might come at me sideways a little bit in the chat for saying this is a negative, but that's just how I've been taught. And I feel like we ran into this problem with the Jets offense last year also, where you're a tick behind as a quarterback and it changes everything. So this is 3rd and 9. And the issue for me here is that he's just not quick enough. 1, 2, 3, hitch up, ball out now. Like where the sticks are, you want to be throwing this to Pickens before he's out of his brick, like anticipating his throw. Like if the ball was in the air right now, that would be ideal. But what happens is the ball is not in the air yet, like on its way. He's releasing it right now, and Pickens is already turned around. Not great anticipation. And what causes this to be a bad thing is the sticks are here, but Pickens has to run 5 yards back to the ball, and it's 4th down, and they didn't get the 4th down. It's simple things like this. Like this is, in my eyes, what makes or breaks a quarterback's processing ability in the NFL. Like it's 1, 2, 3, tick, 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 tick. Like his release is also elongated for sure. It's not a quick release at all. But 1, 2, 3, I like the ball out right there. He does a little and then the ball comes out. And I'm trying to show you guys, like, that's the difference. Like, ball should be out right now. You're throwing this with anticipation. Pickens running a stop route at the sticks. He's throwing it right now. Pickens is at the 42. He ends up catching this at the 38. It's just the difference. And it's just how I've been taught that that's not the timing you'd like on routes like that, especially when it's 3rd down and you have a route going past the sticks. If I ever see a guy throw short of the sticks on 3rd down, I'm very upset. So this is a play where it shouldn't be that way, but the timing is just everything. And that's kind of just been a thing with him where the timing is just a tick off and it's a completion, but it's not a 1st down.
Fernando with a super chat for you here, Andrew, before we get to the next play. Based on what you've seen with Justin, how would he have developed if he was with Mike LaFleur and we took him instead of Zach Wilson?
I don't know. I don't want to be negative, but I feel like Fields and Zach, when I was watching the tape, they have some similarities. That's not a good thing. Not a good thing. I don't know. It's so hard to project how a player would be with a different coach. It's like basically impossible for me to do. But I think Justin has a better, like some better attributes than Zach, but I think they actually both lack mentally a lot. And that's what was ultimately Zach's demise. His mental processing and his pocket navigation and feel was horrific. And I kind of feel like Fields isn't horrific, but it's not good.
All right. Thanks for the super chat there. Fernando bringing up Zach Wilson memories for us. Here's the next play for Andrew to break down.
Yeah. So now we're into week 4, Colts game. And again, this is just like another example of his internal clock just never going off. And look, I'm not like cherry picking plays. I watched every play and like there was a lot of these. This is the 2-minute drill also. Like they only had one timeout. You just can't take a sack here. And again, I challenge anyone when you watch the film on quarterbacks, what I do is like, let me try and watch his helmet stripe. So right here to see where his eyes are. What we have here is double slants. This is basic. Slant, 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 mirrored on both sides. Both outside guys are wide open. If we go back to the end zone angle, if I'm Engstrand and I'm pulling this play up in the film room with Fields, I'm saying, hey, what was your primary? What was your primary read? And where are your eyes post snap? Because it looks like he's just staring at Zaire Franklin for the whole time. Like, is he waiting to see if these two are going to get open? He goes to throw. Neither of them are open. He goes to the check down. He doesn't want to throw it. And he takes. Then he's like, okay, now I'm going to go scramble and takes a sack. I don't know how it's taught. I always say that. I'm not in the coach's room. But, like, he's keeping his eyes dead set on Franklin for the first over 2 seconds of his drop. Also, I'm not a fan of this drop. This is just not for me. A one-step drop, shuffle. He's not getting any depth in the pocket. It's not for me. I guess that's how they teach it. Just not for me. You have both guys on the outside open. And, again, don't know how they teach it, but his eyes just seem dead set. Okay, fine. Throw the check down, I guess. It's open. Doesn't want it. Now I'm going to go scramble because I see this whole lane, but it's too late. So, again, it's just like the processing. I'll just play it fully one more time. One step, shuffle, don't like it, don't like it. Now I'm going to try and scramble, and it's too late. So,
what's your opinion on the first read there? John wants to know.
So, again, if I'm teaching double slants, very simple. I'm reading the leverage. So, he's squatting towards the sideline. That means he's going to be bailing. Okay, that's our best receiver. That's our number one guy, Pickens. I'm throwing this ball immediately to him. It's simple. That's how I would read it. I don't know if they teach him like, hey, you're going to be looking at your 2 slot guys first on the slants. I doubt that's how it is. I think it would be like, read the leverage. Defense is pretty clearly in a 2-high shell, quarter shell. I would argue with both of these corners bailing, and you have an easy access. You see this corner squatting. This is as open in the NFL. It's 5 yards of separation. So again, why I don't see him going from like 2 to 1, and like if that's where his first read was, then go to your 1 and then your check down, or like 2 to 1 on this side. But it's just like I can't even explain what he's seeing because we watch him take the snap, staring at Franklin. Shuffle. Okay, those are both. That's not open, so we got to get off that now. Check down isn't turned around yet, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The check down took a little long to get out, so he's like, all right, he didn't turn around yet. Should I throw it now? No. Let me get out with my legs, and it's too late. But like, yeah, in the NFL, if I'm teaching double slants and I know our number one receiver, like pre-snap, it's pre-snap. He's 7 yards off the ball. Like he's going to be bailing. He's squatting toward the sideline. I'm thinking that's going to be Pickens all day. But that's just how I read it. Every coach's room has different rules, ideologies, methods of teaching. That's why I always make sure to say, like, I don't know. But that's just my opinion.
Castro checks in. The Peter Castro. Andrew, he'll be fine. No one loves Justin Fields as much as Peter Castro. Just so you know, Andrew. So get
Okay.
ready.
Good to know.
Chef Kevin in the house. This is a $10 super chat for today's show. That is 2 raffle entries. Jake, thanks for the great shows. My guy, Fialkow, thanks for the film breakdown. Do you think if we draft Warren, it's a good move to help Fields with our offense, or are there bigger needs on offense?
No, I need to do a full break. I want to really go through his film, Warren, but I think he's a home run prospect, like 100% home run. He's an inline tight end. He could block. He's out as a slot receiver playing the F. He could play on the outside as the X. He ran wildcat for them where he threw the ball and ran the ball. He's a no-brainer top 10 pick in my eyes. And, yeah, I think it would be huge. If you guys want to watch how many times, good God, Fields targeted Freiermuth or Darnell Washington on a stick route and they got no yards after the catch. Like, I thought Warren I thought about Warren being there at all times, like really. So I am leaning towards I want Warren at 7. If they take a D tackle like Graham, I wouldn't hate it because our run defense was horrific last year, and Big Q needs someone next to him that's not Javon Kinlaw, which it won't be. I don't know much about Graham, so I'm not going to like say I do. But Warren is a home run prospect for me.
The thing with Warren that I'm curious your thoughts on. We did film breakdowns on Bowers last year. Purple Belt Mike has been dying to know how they compare.
Yeah.
Your thoughts when you watch. I know you haven't done the full thing on Warren yet, but you did Bowers last year. You had a great rookie year, of course. Thoughts on how they are, how comparable they are as prospects.
So they're not comparable, just in the one sense of like Bowers is a receiver. Like if you taking like he's a wide receiver. That's how I'm going to put it. I don't know his exact alignment count on like how many times he was in line or out of line, but he played slot. He played big slot for them, for the Raiders. Like it felt like almost the whole year. He's not a great run blocker from what I know. Warren is like inline tight end, but also has the versatility to play anywhere on the field. Bowers is like an elite wide receiver. That's how I would put it. I think Warren has a lot more versatility. He's not the receiver Bowers is, just like with separation and speed, agility type things. But he adds so much to your offense as a run blocker and in the versatility of where you can line him up on the field. And when you're in 12 personnel and you have Warren on the field, it's kind of like 11 personnel because if you get him matched up with a linebacker, that's a win for us at all times.
Did somebody say Brock Bowers?
I miss my man Gary, man.
Oh, he's out there doing his thing. Don't worry.
Has he been calling in still?
Yeah, he's given us some good moments lately.
Nice.
Dave Brigga says, Andrew, you do excellent work. Sorry, you have only seen me upset.
Dave, call in. We'll chop it up. I feel like I watch Jake shows a lot from time to time, and I've seen you just upset with I feel like it was that guy who right when I left the show, Jake, he like became the face of the show. I don't even know who he is.
Oh, Beastbreaker.
Yeah, I have no familiarity with him.
You've never experienced a Beastbreaker call?
Nah.
Really?
Nope.
Well, I got some good news for you. Really? Hey, Beast. I got some good news for you. Beast. You're on the air, buddy. Beast.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Just playing a little Price is Right bingo.
The Beastbreaker
Feeling
delay.
great.
Beast.
Oh, ha, ha,
Oh, God. So we seemingly
How
have
we all
fixed the
feeling
internet.
tonight? We feeling great or what?
But now we're on delay here, so this is quite the experience. This is a new one for us. Hey, Beast, in 10 seconds when you hear this, give Andrew Fialkow your best Justin Fields scrambling impression.
I'm loading in my stuff right now. I'm playing a little Price is Right break.
In 10 seconds when you hear this, give Andrew Fialkow your best Justin Fields scrambling impression.
I'm loading in my stuff right now. I'm playing a little Price is Right break. Three, 18, 3, go! Excellent job, Beast. We're making progress, though. His internet was fine there. We just need him to figure out the delay. Also, Beast, I got you out of there just before Jets Johnny tried to send your ass to the hole. A $50 super chat. Johnny, we'll get you in the raffle. But Beast was already on his way out of there,
We're
baby.
the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Jets Johnny, you're the man. All right.
Oh, did he just sent you that super chat so he doesn't come back on? Is that it?
Yeah, so we have bounties on this program. If you send in a $50 super chat when someone's on and you declare you want them out, we say, see you.
Fair play. Fair play.
All right. Jets Johnny, we'll get you in the raffle. I appreciate you. By the way, Jets Johnny tomorrow taking on Allen. We played the official Allen diss track earlier on the show. I'm putting my full endorsement behind Jets Johnny, not Allen, who is a fraud Jet fan. All right.
Does Allen call in anymore or no?
He's retired, quote unquote, because he has some sort of new job where he can't be on air, but he can
Allen-
comment on every show.
Oh, well, I'm not looking at the chat, but if Allen call in today, we can make an exception. I feel like he's got a hot take. He always has some really hot takes.
He's a fan of yours. He did say nice things about you earlier, but I'm putting my full endorsement behind Jets Johnny. By the way, we got to talk about, before we get to the next Fields play, this matchup right now between Sarah and Craig is 50-50 with almost 500 votes that have been cast. This is insane, man. This is really, really tight. People vote. The battle down under is living up to the hype, folks. I got my boomerang. I got my crocodile hat on. Holy crap. This is tight between Craig and Sarah from Australia. A few super chats here. Oscar says, vote for Craig, the most interesting man in the world. Peter says Rodgers had cement shoes, Fields roller skates. Yeah, but Rodgers could throw the ball better than Fields. So, I mean, who could play the quarterback better? I still think Rodgers is better than Fields.
I would agree with that.
RTS says, Andrew, how do you feel about Tyler Shuck? Have you done any homework on some of these potential quarterbacks?
Tyler Shuck.
Louisville quarterback. He's been in college forever. He was at Oregon, Texas Tech.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
We'll wait till we get closer to the draft for that.
Yeah, I've never even heard of him. Maybe has Gary been doing film on, like, has he been doing his what do you give? Well, does he like Fields?
I think he wanted to keep Rodgers, but I think he was okay with Fields from an upside standpoint.
Okay, because I remember he's very he had the round 3 grade on Caleb, and he's usually right on those.
Jetaholic writes in, I feel like the Steelers didn't show much confidence in Fields, and he was maybe playing scared. Also, thoughts on Milrow day 2 or day 3 to sit for 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, they didn't show much confidence in him at all. They were running very, very basic Madden concepts that you guys would find. I think that's not a good thing though. In year 4, if they're trying to like keep the training wheels on you as a quarterback, then it kind of shows. And I don't think they gave him the opportunity to really progress, but maybe that just shows that they knew enough about him that they didn't think he could improve. I don't know much about Milrow. I feel like what I've heard and seen is that he's very raw. Sit for 1 to 2 years, yeah. But my early thought is that we're going to be taking a quarterback next year in the first round. So,
oh yeah, you smell it. I know it. 4 and 13, baby. Get ready.
I think one of my friends was asking me, or maybe it was my mom actually, who's a fan of the show, obviously, and watching. Like she's like, what do you think we're going to go next year? I'm like, I think we'll get like 5 or 6 wins. And she's like, there's no way. Like, we're going to be great. I'm like, all right, we're just doing this every year.
Yeah, baby. Hey, at least we won the cap space championship. We had to get rid of Rodgers, had to get rid of Devontae. Don't worry. I got my championship cap space ring right here, Andrew. I got fitted for it the other day. It looks great. Hell yeah, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Cap space champs.
But hey, who knows, man? At least we got a new resume in there. And I mean, I don't know.
The greatest, if the coaching staff is incredible, they could be a lot better than that. But based on free agency and what I'm seeing on film here from Fields and just knowing the history of the Jets,
yeah,
it smells like this team's winning anywhere from 4 to 6 games.
Yeah, and I'm scared for Garrett because I posted on Twitter today, and then like 3 or 4 people commented like, Garrett, I thought Garrett was so happy. And I'm posting clips. Like, I really would like, if you guys want to have I feel like having full opinions on things is good, but I don't anticipate Garrett being very happy this year. But who knows? Maybe they'll rekindle the Ohio State connection and it'll go well. But I don't know.
DJ Moore had a huge year with Fields his last year there.
He did. Yeah, that's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, a super chat, or excuse me, I misspoke. A gifted membership, a 5 spot from the Snowball. Tona, Antonis Helen, Randy Martinez, Malcolm Harper, and DG all receiving channel memberships. This is the last show to gift a membership if you want in on the raffle. David Atkins says, Andrew, break down Dixon Hull. Are you familiar with Dixon Hull's game, Andrew?
I think I watched some of his film. He's been in college for a while, so I feel like he might be like Mr. Irrelevant.
You know, he's skyrocketing up draft boards according to the Lane Train.
See now once the Lane Train puts it out there and they get him on the radio, he's gonna be flying up.
The 27 pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select Dixon Hall out of Arizona State. What am I, a mind reader?
Lane sees all. Big fella. Andrew, how do you feel about our next quarterback, Jackson Dart?
I haven't watched any of Jackson yet. You know, I watched 3 games of Cam Ward because there was this murmurs that like the Jets might trade up. And I'm like, I'm not getting my hopes up because Cam is an awesome watch on film. I was like, I don't think we're drafting a quarterback. So I'll maybe watch some Jackson Dart. I actually saw Robbie, who's always on the show once a week. I know he did a whole film breakdown on the website. So if people want to go check that out, shameless plug there. But I don't know. I don't know anything about Jackson. I don't know enough about Jackson Dart to have an opinion.
So you're not a Dart dude necessarily. You don't know yet.
Nope, not yet.
Jarrow writes in, Warren is the wish at 7, but if he's not there, do you think about taking tight end Arroyo in the 3rd? Well, if you watch Cam Ward, I'm sure you watched a lot of Arroyo then.
Yeah. Arroyo's awesome. You know who's really awesome is Restrepo. Oh my God. He's legit. I'm a big fan of Restrepo. So the whole Miami offense looked great too. They have 2 really good running backs. But Arroyo is good. I've been hearing that this tight end class is awesome. Loveland is also really good from Michigan. If we wanted to, I don't know where he's being projected to go, but if we wanted to trade back, possibly.
Holy hell, it is raining channel memberships. By the way, keep sending them in. I want to make sure we take care of Andrew's dinner tonight with all these super chats and memberships for doing this extensive film breakdown for us. Robert Morris in for 5, baby. That's 5 raffle entries.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
But that's not all. David Atkins is in for 5 as well. So we're going to read off right here, right now, 10 names. Kevin K, Jonathan, Aswin, Nargerian, Mazel Tov, Matt Lafima, James Fitzpatrick, Brandon Frey, Mr. Osk, Mosky 3, C-Cap, Jason Sargis, all receiving channel memberships. I cannot believe this poll, Andrew, is still 50-50 right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be on the air, but man, I got to stay on to see if it's going to change anytime soon. This is wild, man. 50-50. Craig and Sarah down under in ASMANIAC Madness.
What's like the most votes that a poll has gotten so far?
We hit over 1,000, I think, on the Justin Fields live reaction stream, but in a non-breaking news stream, I think it was Beast Breakers 810 against Dave Briga. Love them or hate them, you care. And Beast brought the people out to the polls.
Yep.
Devin with a super chat, $10, 2 raffle entries. I miss Andrew's breakdown. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, Jake. Andrew, what do you think about Syracuse's Kyle McCord? I'm not an expert like Andrew, but I declared McCord as my ideal day 3 pick by the Jets if they take a quarterback. Even day 2 if they did it in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Well, as a Syracuse alum, I'm not biased, obviously, but I thought McCord played really well this year. You could get him. I think him in like I don't know where he's being projected to go either, but like a 5th rounder, take McCord. I'm all for it.
Super chat from Peter. These coaches are real. 10-7.
You know what? From your mouth to God's ears, man.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Jess writes in, Sarah's not losing her job. She's gaining a new title. Boss. Go Sarah. Well, the loser of this matchup between Craig and Sarah, I don't know if people know this. They're calling it a loser leaves the continent match. So the loser has to leave the country / continent of Australia.
That's brutal. You know, if Craig comes to the United States, I'm all for that. I'm a big fan of Craig.
All right, here. Andrew, you want to do a couple calls, or do you have more plays for us?
I do. I was gonna say, do you want me to do like 2 more plays, or do you want to do calls?
Give us 2 more plays and then sum up why you think Tomlin went to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, let's just do. So I'm gonna do one of the Raiders plays quickly. Well, no, not that one. Am I on the screen?
You now are on the screen. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't even. Okay, let's see what this one was. So this is the last game he played, and I posted a clip on Twitter This is like you'll watch the film back and be like, okay, what's going on here? So again, he's not a big play action guy because like, look at this fake. Like, all right, we're faking the grass, but whatever. Then right here, you have this is a 1-2 read. I know this for sure. You're going from the drift route to the corner route. I've never seen a safety play like this far, and he's seeing it. So he's off the drift. That's fine because 41's getting depth. Now, this is as open you're going to see in the NFL in your entire life. And he's staring at it. Like, this is a live throw. You got to rip it right now. And he's so content to just go to the check down. I saw that play, and I was like, okay, if I'm a coach rewatching the film, and like we're telling Justin, hey, go from 1 to 2, and I'll show you on the end zone angle. Like he's at 1, then he's staring at 2. So he knows he's staring at 2. Calvin Austin, wide open. And he just double. Like no matter the fact that it was a completion, that's not how you operate an offense. Like if something is wide open like that, and you're passing up explosives for 3-yard gains. So that happened.
I just want to stop you for some ignorance from Jay. He says, we had check down Rodgers. What are you saying? No, you had Rodgers almost threw for 4,000 yards and 28 touchdowns, Jay. Justin Fields has never thrown for what, more than 2,500 yards in a single season? So don't give me that. Don't give me that nonsense, Jay. Don't give me the, only 5 words. See you, Jay.
Now look
Bye,
what
Jay.
you've done.
Come back with 7
No
more
more
counts,
protection
baby.
from
Yeah.
the Asmaniacs. Had to
Yeah,
pull you
bye,
out of the
Jay.
chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
Don't worry, guys. Jay's got like 8 more accounts. So come back. He'll tell us more about how we got to take Shedeur Sanders and that Mike Vrabel is mid. I can't wait. Can't wait. All right, continue, Andrew. I was tired of Jay's 5 wins nonsense.
Yeah, no problem. The one last play. I did like 14 plays on the Jet X Factor article. If you guys want to go read that, there'll be more. This is also processing. This is just like horrific vision. Like anyone, okay, what the concept is flat and then a drift route from Pickens, which it looks open. And if you want, you can maybe layer it over the top. But the issue for me here is on the end zone angle, like the vision of not seeing Diablo there and just easily throwing it to him. Like, I'm not giving credit to the linebacker on this play to say, like, oh, wow, like, you made a really good play. Like, no, Justin stared this down, staring, pats the ball, goes to throw. I argue that 5 should have been an even better place to pick that off. So, operated at a higher level than
Like
what
raise their ceiling for what they could be.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it, and I was like, when Russ came back, the moon balls were going crazy. Pickens had unbelievable catches. They were dunking all over us. I don't know. My long story short on Fields is I think I was a little overzealous and being like excited about it because I was like, oh, we got a new guy and like maybe we could develop him. He's going into his 5th year. He got benched after going 4-2, which tells you what you need to know. It was not by a respectable coach, I would say, and Mike Tomlin. The film never lies. I always say the eye in the sky never lies. There's some good on film. I just think there's a lot more bad on film. Maybe we could save him. Maybe I said on Twitter earlier to someone that Inkstran's a quarterback whisperer. I'm just a bit lower on him than I thought I was going to be. So that's my 2 cents.
I hope the Jets could be the team that could
why not
develop a quarterback.
Why not? Hey, I mean, that's what everyone's thought process is. They're like, oh, look what happened to Geno so long into his career. Darnold. You know, they're not wrong, but it's a very unique situations. Like Geno becoming what he is now, it was incredible. And Darnold, I would say, resurgence when he sat 1 year in San Francisco behind Shanahan, and then he was with O'Connell. And O'Connell is, to me, a quarterback whisperer. So I don't know.
We don't know what Engstrand is. So for those who want to be positive, maybe Aaron Glenn hired an unbelievable offensive mind.
Right. And that's possible. But I'm reading the chat and I saw people saying, thanks, Andrew, for making me like hate Fields. That's not my job. But I don't know. I was taught a way to evaluate quarterbacks. I just go about my business in doing it, and then I give you guys my honest opinion. I'm a huge Jet fan, just like Jake is. I'm a diehard. So do I want to be telling you guys that I don't think Fields is going to be great? No. Look, he could be solid. Maybe the defense has a great year and we could win 9 games. Who knows what's going to happen? We're talking about freaking September football in March. So who knows?
Maybe the Jets will get lucky. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Why not us, man?
We're certainly long overdue. Ladies and gentlemen, I am fascinated by this matchup. Craig just retook the lead, and then as I was saying that, it is back to 50-50 in the battle down under. This wow, this might be I just hiccuped there. This might be the closest matchup we've ever had here in ASMANIAC Madness. This is crazy, Andrew. Wow.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
All right, you have time for a few calls.
Yeah, of course, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is dying to say hello to you. He goes by many names. On this show, he has one name, Bobby Midnight.
Jake, thank you. I appreciate that. That was awesome of you. I appreciate that. Hi, Andrew.
Bobby.
How you feeling?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Do you see any difference in me?
You get a haircut?
Yeah, I got a haircut. Yep.
I mean, it's hard for me to tell if you get a haircut with a hat.
I'm down to 237 now.
Whoa. Okay.
Yep. I'm doing
That's
good.
awesome. That's really good.
Yeah. Then on Tuesday, I'm gonna get go in to get interview and get it set up a job.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get my blood test. Yeah.
You're gonna get what?
So I'm doing good. Get my blood test.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys, I got a question for both of you. Why is that quarterback so old in college? That one that you were talking about. One Jake asked
What are you asking about? Tyler Shuck?
Yeah, him. Why didn't he just leave college and play?
Because he wasn't good enough to be drafted very high until he put together a couple decent years at Louisville. You got anything else, Bobby? This has been a big dud of a call so far.
I thank you very much.
What? You want me to? I'm keeping it real with you. You came in, you asked about a quarterback that Andrew already said he hasn't done a film review on yet.
I know. I asked him a different thing. Why did you just answer the question? So, Andrew, it's nice seeing you again.
Oh, yeah.
Tell your mother I said hello.
I will.
I told you everything. I really miss you. It's been a long time.
I know. Well, my mom's watching right now, so you want to go full screen and give a message or something?
Yeah, what's her name again?
Susan.
Hi, Susan. I miss you a lot. You're a very nice lady. You be good. I love you, son. I love you too. I'm happy you made the son. He's a great guy.
All right, this redeemed yourself, Bob. You saved this call.
That was great, Bob.
Andrew is the best. One of the best people on this channel with Jake.
Hey, I'll take it.
Andrew, come on more often. You know, you could talk about different things, can you? No, congratulations on your school. Graduating. What school are you going to?
So I'm at Fordham right now.
Oh, Fordham. I know where that is.
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
And then Jake,
Bobby, question for you. I know they did. That's
Yeah.
why I'm wearing. That's why I was wearing their hat before I went full Australia.
Oh, yes, I see that.
Who did you vote for between Craig and Sarah, Bobby?
Sarah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Sarah over Craig?
Because I'm not a what you call us that what's that word you use before?
No. You'd be a simp if you voted
Simp.
for Sarah. Yeah.
No,
Bobby, you're not a simp.
I have a song dedicated to her before her, so that counts.
Oh wait, you love Sarah.
But I know, but
didn't they make a theme song about you?
Hawk went over to Australia. They get married. They go. They have a good family over there.
Yeah.
You know
Andrew,
Hawk
something crazy. Hawk, who's a frequent commenter on this show,
and
Yeah.
Sarah now live together. He moved his whole life from the U.S.
Is that
to
real?
Australia. Real. Actually
Yeah,
happened.
true. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they met because of this show, this chat.
Yeah, because Jake Asman show is awesome. That's how he gets people
insane.
together.
I'm
Very
shocked.
good.
That.
Hey, on my show, Michael asked me if you could help us get the coach to come on my show. I said, Michael, that's impossible. How are you gonna get him on? I don't think so, Michael. I told him that's definitely no. You okay with
you get Aaron Glenn on your show, all right?
No, he wants to know how to get.
Oh, Aaron Glenn.
I said
Call the Jets and ask.
I don't think they will do it.
All right,
I don't know.
Bob.
I'll try.
I'm gonna move on here, all right?
No, I'll buy a
hair. Oh, Sarah, I thought it was his wife.
All right. There you go. But no, it is true. Hawk moved to be with Sarah, and they originally met through the comment section in a Jet YouTube show. Think about that. That's true love right there.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Let's see. Super chat from Capo. Capo, if you meant to attach a question to this, let me know, and we'll bring it up on the screen. More calls here before we say goodbye to Andrew. PBM is next. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Yo, Andrew, you never answered the question. Who's the better prospect, Bowers or Warren?
Oh, well, I haven't watched any of Warren yet, really. In our offense, I would prefer Warren, definitely.
Gotcha. My dog is going nuts, so I'll catch you later.
That's it. Show us the dog. Oh, he's gone. Indy Jets is next. Hello, Indy.
Hey guys. Hey Andrew, you're spot on with Fields and his flaws. I mean, we all know he's just. But do you put any content or weight on the horrible coaching he had in Chicago? Number one wide receiver in Daryl Mooney. You know, when you combine those, you know, and we don't know what our coaching staff can do, but do you think some of that stuff we could coach out of him? Because he's shown he's got some flashes, but he's also got I mean, honestly, you should be a quality control coach. And instead of joining Jake's show every week during the season, you should be doing a show with the players, with the coaches, something. And your breakdowns are great.
I appreciate that. Funny enough, I had an offer to be a quality control coach with Northern Iowa right when I graduated college, but I decided to go into grad school. But yeah, so I appreciate that. What I wrote about the Steelers offense is like, it's so hard to evaluate a team and a player when one, you don't know like what is going on at all times. None of us know as casual fans. Like I'm making educated guesses based on what I've learned in the past. But like the Steelers offense, what I wrote was like, they're stagnant. They don't have good receivers. There's nothing creative being ran. They were consistently doing like chunky passing concepts with routes near each other. Terrible effort all around all the time on film. And I also said there was sometimes there's concepts giving him no chance. So as I'm picking clips to try and educate you guys to be like, hey, this is what I saw, like just to pinpoint a couple of different things. But all over the whole film, like they didn't look like a 4-2 team to me, especially their offense. Like as a whole, it did not look well ran. And Arthur Smith, their offensive coordinator, I've never been a huge fan of him anyway. But
so, in other words, Fields hasn't been put in good situations anyway.
I don't think so. I don't think he's been put in like terrible situations. But
that Chicago situation wasn't very good.
I agree. I thought I was a big proponent that I thought that Fields ended his tenure in Chicago pretty well. And I was like, maybe they won't even take Caleb. There was a whole debate in the offseason about it. And then they didn't. And then he goes to Pittsburgh. It just seems like, again, it was kind of the same with Zach. Confidence is gone. Then like you're really like lost as a quarterback. He feels very shaky. Fields, like as a quarterback processing, and the mental just feels very shaky.
Yeah, so I just I didn't know if you thought any of that could be coached out of him, or if this is just who he is now, and no matter what.
I would lean that it's who he is. But look, he's going into year 5. If maybe they could do that VR thing. I don't know if you saw that Jaden Daniels did, and that helped him out a lot. There's a lot of new things that they could try and work on with him. I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's something that's normally coached out of someone like. Look, it was Josh Allen. His mechanics, it took him a few years, but like Fields going into year 5. So
And Jake, this battle between Sarah and Craig,
nuts.
I can't see what the poll results are right now, but it was 50-50 last I looked.
51-49, 627 votes have been cast. Craig has regained a 2-point lead.
He's taking it. So hopefully Sarah has her passport, because I guess she's having to leave the continent. I don't know if she's going to Taiwan or if she has to come back to the United States or wherever. I guess, they'll decide that later.
Unbelievable. Andy, good call, man. Appreciate the
Thanks,
insight.
guys.
Man, tight, real tight. By the way, the Jets did sign a defensive tackle while you guys were talking. The Jets signed Bears defensive tackle Byron Cowart. And the Jets I'll give the Jets credit for this. Their signings aren't getting leaked out. The beat is having to scour the transaction wire to see who the Jets are adding.
Okay.
He's 6'3", 300 pounds, played 15 games for the Bears last season, started 7 of them, had 2.5 sacks, a total of 51 games, 3.5 sacks, 5th-round pick by the Pats. I mean, he's 6'3", 300. We needed a big fatty, to quote Neil, and there's one of the defensive tackles they needed to add.
Okay. And look, man, free agency is free agency. They're all free agents for a reason. So I'm not surprised at all with what the Jets are doing, honestly.
Only played 22 snaps per game in 2024. This is from Nadia, but he made them count in both phases. 8% run stop rate, which is 23rd out of 116 interior defensive linemen. 7.7% pressure rate, which is 50th out of 116 interior defensive linemen. So there's some upside there. I don't hate the signing.
Did you say how old he was?
He was drafted as a 5th rounder by the Pats in 2019, so I don't know how old he is, but he can't be that old.
So he's probably like 27. Yeah, 28. Okay. Interesting.
Probably a 1-year deal.
Yeah, low risk. Don't hate it.
We're bargain shopping, man.
That's what it seems like, for real.
All right. Andrew, anything else on your mind? Would you like to give a endorsement of either Craig or Sarah, as it's now 50-50 with 642 votes cast? This is crazy.
See, I was like, I'm still in shock about the Hawk Sarah situation. Have I? I don't even know if I met. I don't know if I've spoke to Hawk. I'm a ride or die for Craig. Craig gave me one of my best compliments ever, and like the second time I was on the show, and something like that always sticks with you. Craig's a great dude. I'm sticking with Craig. I'm not shocked at that. Actually, I can't even find them. I'm looking to see where the poll results are. See, Craig just commented, "You're my fave, Andrew." Yep. Yeah, let's get. I'm on Craig, man. Craig's my guy.
Craig getting the coveted endorsement from Andrew Fialkow.
Yes, sir.
Will anyone call in to give Sarah an endorsement? I guess we'll find out. Andrew, this was great. I know you put a ton of time into breaking down all 6 of Fields' starts last year. So thank you for coming on and sharing that with us, because it informs all of us and makes us smarter fans.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I follow me on Twitter. Obviously, I think a lot of you guys do already. I post some of the film there. And then trying to get back on the articles with JetX. So we just put one out, and hopefully we can make this. Hopefully I'll come on a bit more now. I'll try and make time to. I was hoping maybe they signed a guy that I'd be like interested to watch his film, but they haven't yet. Maybe we'll sign a receiver or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Give us your best film breakdown on your developmental quarterback of choice.
Yeah. For the draft, we could definitely do that for sure. But you know what? You ask in the Discord whoever they want. I'll do McCord. I could do whoever they want.
I can't wait.
I'm a mensch to the. I'm a servant to the chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Andrew Fialkow. Say hello to the family as well, Andrew. We love the Fialkow fanatics out there. Tony S.
gifted a membership. Well, actually, you sent in a super chat, Tony. But Tony, guess what? This $10 super chat for this show gets you 2 raffle entries. So congrats. We'll get you down. Omari says, a lot of under-the-radar moves I like. I've liked some of them. The tight end they signed today has some upside. The DT they seemingly just signed has got some upside. Jarrow with a super chat. If the tight end that deep, do we take Membo at 7, tight end 42? Yeah, we actually talked about this as an option on the first show earlier. You told me the Jets took Membo, let's say, at 7, and then they waited till pick 42 to grab their tight ends. And let's say, their second round pick, they take Mason Taylor from LSU. I would like that a lot. Henny in the raffle for 7. So will our 4 wins be in the division, or are we beating the Browns, Saints, Panthers, and Jaguars? Oh, the pain. We should have signed Daniel Jones. No thanks. I'm Daniel Jones. I don't know. They'll probably get 1 division win, and they should be able to beat a couple of those teams you have up on the screen. So what, 4 or 5 wins maybe? Now, if Fields is good and the coaching staff's good, they can win more than that. But we're asking for a lot. Capo, I found your question here. How about them Johnnies? Great win by St. John's today. Handled business. I might go to the nightcap tonight at the Garden. I haven't decided yet. But St. John's is on to the semis in the Big East tournament. And let's see if they can win the whole thing. All right. Keep sending in your super chats like this one from Omari. Jake looking like Jamie Foxx from Django. LOL, Jake. How do you feel about the comments from Bridges? I think they were misinterpreted, to be honest, if you actually read the full context. I have no problem with it, especially if Mikal Bridges is going to give us a double bang from Mike Breen with that game winner last night. What the Knicks need to figure out, though, is how they could get more of that Mikal Bridges when Brunson's back. Because obviously, Bridges is one of the best players in the league that's never made an all-star team yet. He's really good. And when he has to now be more of an offensive player because Brunson's out now, you could see him do what he did last night, scoring 30-something points and hitting the game winner. This hat, by the way, was given to me by Craig in Australia when he was here. I went out to dinner with him and his wonderful wife, Mrs. Craig, and Craig presented me with this. And the last time he was in the U.S., 2 years ago, I got this little boomerang. But I'm a huge fan of Sarah as well, so I am not going to publicly endorse either candidate. The only endorsement I will make is that tomorrow, all of you should be voting to knock Allen the hell out of this tournament as quickly as possible. Other than that, though, I mean, that's all I have for endorsements at this given time. It's 51-49. Craig right now over Sarah. Call-in link is pinned, Hawk. Are you going to call in and try and campaign for your woman? That would be stunning. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check in with someone who is from Australia, but we learned he now lives in Finland. Australian Jets fan is on the line. Australian Jet fan, you might be able to decide this thing, man. I mean, this is the talk of your country right now. Your thoughts on this matchup between Craig and Sarah?
I have already voted, and I have voted for Craig. And I hope he wins. I must be honest. I reckon I've just voted for the highest seed every time I've joined the show so far. But yeah, I'm definitely Team Craig. Definitely Team Craig.
So you're going with just straight chalk in all the matchups?
I won't be voting for Allen tomorrow.
Okay, so there you go. Your first high seed that you'll be voting for.
Yeah. Yep. No, exactly. And I did see the Mikal Bridges game winner, and I thought it was hilarious. He ran for a first down before he shot the ball.
He really did.
I don't know how they missed that. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to him much. I was just scrolling through Instagram, and I saw him before he even shot it. I just saw him like sprinting, like he ran a marathon.
That's the NBA, baby. Two-step continuation rule.
Have either of them called in yet, or made any sort of appearance on this show yet?
Both Craig and Sarah have super chatted. Neither has called in to this point.
Geez, that could be the difference there. That's bit weak for someone trying to win, in my opinion.
Also, when you called my show earlier here in the U.S., it was the morning. Now it's the evening. So what time is it in Finland right now? It's like the middle of the night, no?
12:30
Oh, it's only
p.m.
midnight?
Oh,
Okay.
a.m. Sorry. It's not
Yeah.
too bad. I actually took a nap so I could get up and come back on the show.
Nice. Well, it's a quality day in Finland for you?
Yeah, it was nice. There was a bit of snow the other day, so there's a lot of fresh snow around. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Well, Australian Jet fan, great call. And we appreciate you
just
representing your native land.
One more question. Are you
Sure.
familiar with the Australian Football League?
I'm only familiar with the weird shaped ball that you guys use there. Like it's huge.
It's like it's
double the
oval
NFL
too.
football. Yeah.
Is it double? No, it's not that different.
It's pretty big though.
Yeah, it's not that big. For
You
someone
can't throw it
who's
like
held
how
both.
we throw our football with a spiral. It doesn't work.
You can. It doesn't spiral as well because it's a bit more round, but you can definitely spiral it. I'm interested to hear what Craig and Sarah have to say about it though, because that could definitely influence all the Australian fans in here if there's more than 3 of us.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what. Joining us on the line right now to make her pitch is Sarah from Down Under. Hello, Sarah.
Oh, hey, Jakey boy. Hey, Australian Jets fan. Now in Finland.
Hey, how are you? Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
All right,
How
Sarah.
are we all? Good?
Break it down for us. Why should people vote
my
for
internet's
you?
gonna
It is
stop.
as tight as it could possibly be. Almost 700 votes have been cast. It's 51-49 right now.
Well, either way, I'm just honored to be in this at all. So, and my boss is a great man. So I like, it's a hard one for me because
Screw that.
I'm so
Vote for Sarah. Screw Craig. Good day, mates. How you going?
I'm so competitive, but it hurts me to see if Craig is losing. So like it's a hard one for me. Anyway.
What jersey are you wearing?
Stingers!
I mean, that's a deep
What a
cut right
guy.
there, people. A Qantas Stiggers jersey. Does that help Sarah's chances? It might.
What a guy. Love that guy.
Also, do you think Hawk showing his face is going to hurt or help your campaign here, Sarah?
Oh, it's such a beautiful face. Why would it hurt my campaign?
I know. My big regret is Hawk only called that one time. You should call more.
My call was legendary.
Unreal. I mean,
where's Hawk Sims at? Come on, boys.
I don't want to remind everyone that Hawk is the leader of the Zach Wilson Truthers because that might hurt Sarah. So I won't mention that, Sarah. Don't worry.
You just did, Jakey boy. Come on.
Oh, my fault. My bad.
Justin Fields MVP.
Sarah, let's see if you gained any votes here. 51-49. Craig still has the slightly. I will say that this is the longest we've gone with this many votes, it being that tight. The other tight ones didn't have this many votes already.
My internet's stuffing up. We should have waited until we got in.
You hear me, Sarah? Hello.
Here now. Sorry, I'm in a really bad spot. I just dropped Henry to school and we've parked out the front of my house and the internet right out the front is terrible.
Hey, you sound good.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, we hear you loud and clear. It's just, a lot of people, I think, want to hear why they should vote for you because there's an argument to be made. Hey, without Craig from Australia, none of this would even be happening right now. So what do you say to those people who would just vote for Craig?
You got to start somewhere, don't you? You know? That's all I can say. And I mean, either way, I would love for you to vote for me, but either way, I'm so happy. And if Craig gets through, I'm going to be backing him all the way. So.
Wow. She's truly so nice. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if Craig will say, F being nice, I want to win. He's on the line and he joins us now. Hello, Craig.
Don't believe her. It's a scam. You're all being scammed. Do not listen. You're being tricked. There's only one OG.
Come on, come on.
Now, what? Now, you're not at work today. Like, what's going on there? You've deserted me already. Have you resigned to stop me from firing you when you win? Is this what's happened?
Shush.
Unbelievable.
No,
Unbelievable.
I have been honoured to be invited to a wedding, so I will be at a wedding.
Well, I have been at a hemorrhoid procedure this morning. If that doesn't get me some extra votes, I don't know what else I have to do. There's got to be lots of people in the chat with roids that I'll be happy to help. You know, so vote one roid guy. That's who I am this morning.
And did you see Australian Jets fan? There's another Australian.
Yeah, mate, but he's in Finland. We have to visit him sometime.
We do. Oh, we absolutely do.
I actually have, guys, another person from Australia that is called in on the line. Let's say hello to Weed, who's in Australia. Hey, what's going on, Weed?
Jake, how you going, mate? How you doing today, mate? You doing good, mate? What's going on, mate?
Weed,
how you doing today?
Pelican. How you going, mate?
Yeah, you're a good Pelican, Jake. You're a good Pelican. I love, mate. Love the show, mate.
I just found out, Jake, from Weed, that pelican is an insult in Australia. I never knew.
Yeah. Nah. It's the younger guys that say it now. You don't really hear the older folks saying it. You got to go into the schools, all the little kids saying it. They're calling each other bloody pelicans. Watch out for them bloody pelicans, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, another Australian is on the line, but he's actually in Finland. He's back. Australia Jets fan is here.
I felt left out having all the Aussies in here, and I was stuck watching on YouTube.
Mate, thanks for your vote. You're a great man. I owe you a beer
no
when
worries.
you're next back here.
Thank you. Are you guys Melbourne as well?
What's that?
Melbourne?
I'm from Melbourne, but I live in Adelaide. But I go there a lot for business and catch up with family and stuff. Great, one of the greatest cities in the world.
Sorry, what did you say, sir? I'm from Melbourne.
Where are you from?
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Oh, he's a Victorian as well.
Yeah.
Yes, kick a Vic, as they say here.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, Craig.
Jake, that's an amazing, beautiful Crocodile Dundee genuine hat. Where did you get that?
Well, Craig, I received it from you and your wonderful wife when we went out to dinner when you guys were here for the Jets games in September.
Because it looks like it was hand-delivered from 10,000 miles away. That's what it looks like. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying to influence anyone's vote or anything like that. I'm just saying that's what it looks like to me. That's all. That's all I can do.
All right. Well, here's an interesting way that maybe could influence some votes here. Multiple people in the chat would like to hear, and Australian Jet fan, thank you very much for calling in, but they want to hear your guys' American accent. So can you do an American accent impression, and maybe that could decide some votes here?
All right, I'll go first. And I think my favorite one to do is Bill Clinton. So that would be, I did not have sex with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
I was not expecting a Bill Clinton one. Wow.
No, look, I could do a few. Like, when I'm crossing the road in Manhattan, I'm walking here. I can do a few as needed.
I'm terrible
Sarah?
at American accent, but I can try.
Let's hear it, Sarah.
No, that was terrible. All right, you got to give me a line to say. I can't just come up with something.
That was amazing. I just didn't know Americans sounded like that.
Oh, shut up, you.
I would ask the chat for what you should say, Sarah, but that's a dangerous game to play.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Yeah, you don't want to get cancelled.
Give it to me.
Yeah, no need for demonetization at this point, because I need to send my super chats and my membership gifts somewhere, right? I'm not saying someone else doesn't do them. I'm not saying that. Just making that point in case anyone's wondering. Now, I've got an envelope in the office. All right, I've got an envelope in the office, and in it is a letter. Now, depending on the outcome of this poll will depend what actually is in the envelope. So it's like Schrodinger's cat, right? You don't know until you open the box if the cat is alive or dead. So you don't know until you open the envelope. Is it Sarah's termination letter or is it a promotion letter? So to all these people voting for Sarah, who because she is hot. It's true. I don't deny it. Not for a minute. You think of it like this: if she doesn't have a job, she can't pay for internet. If she can't pay for internet, you guys won't see her again. So vote self-interest, boys. You can do it. Rise above.
Then they can
Rise above.
Sarah, would you like to respond?
see me all the time. And also, I've got 1,000 witnesses right now so when Craig wins this, I'm getting a promotion.
Oh yeah. The only thing is, I didn't say what the promotion is to, but there'll be something. There'll be something. I mean, EV is head of all the departments in the business. He's head of security. He's head of wellness. He's head of HR, and all these things. You'll be head of something. There's a promotion in it for you. So a vote for me is, in fact, a vote for Sarah. Come on, people. Come on. Be clever.
Hey, Sarah. Snowball would like you to say 2 tickets to the United States, please.
2 tickets to the United States, please.
I think he wanted it in an American accent.
Oh, in American? Oh, okay.
I'm going to assume so.
Well, he just said please say, not please say in an American accent.
Jake, this is what I get in the office all day.
I can see that.
It's tough to be me.
Now, dates, please. That was terrible.
That's pretty good. I'm sold.
Yeah.
That's not actually. I don't want to give any credit in this call, but that wasn't bad.
Purple Belt Mike says that he'll gift 5 memberships if either of you try and do a Trump impression.
Oh no!
Was that a Trump impersonation?
No, I need to get Trump impersonation.
Like fake news? Does that count?
Mike, that counts. That counts. I heard a little Big Don coming out of Craig there. I love it.
Occasionally do the Trump dance. I don't mind the Trump dance. I do the best Trump dance. So many people. People.
Pretty good.
I'll do anything. Come on, I'll do anything. Don't make me do this.
Hey, guys, everyone, did you just hear? He said he'll do anything.
Ooh.
Yes. Well, no matter what happens, I've said this before, to me, there's no losing here because this whole community, everything is, I'm a massive winner. I've got so many more friends actually in America than I do in Australia, believe it or not. And it's 6 weeks yesterday that I jet off for the US. It's so close. I can taste it. I can't wait. LA, Vegas, and then New York City and catch up with everyone. It's going to be epic. Going to the baseball with Addison. I'm going to drop in on Rick Kent. It's going to be, I can't wait. It's going to be huge. So I'm very grateful to everyone for everyone's friendship and all that stuff. I'm a lucky person.
This is incredible. Voting remains at 50-50 here we're nearing the home stretch here. I'm almost 2 hours into the show.
Wait, what's the tiebreaker? Do we have one? Have we thought about this?
So
can we be a team? I mean, just Team Australia, just steamroll everyone.
If you guys ended a tie, I'd have to talk about that with the committee. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's what we decided. So YouTube doesn't show us decimal points, but if there is a scenario where it's exactly even, right, after we do the math, we're going to have a 3-minute new poll, and that is basically overtime here in the tournament.
A runoff. I love it.
Yep.
Very democratic of the committee.
So that's how it could be decided, because I thought both you calling in would sway the audience one way or another. In fact, it is just continued just gridlock that we have right now. You're both great. The committee got it right with this matchup, and man, this is awesome.
Yeah, well,
the committee is a higher collective level of intelligence. There's no doubt about it.
I know. As soon as I saw this whole bracket come out, I was just like, this whole tournament, come out. I was just like, he's such an amazing man. So either way, like I said, Either way, what happens if Craig goes through, I'm backing him the whole way. And I'll be campaigning hard.
Wow. Strong from
I
Sarah.
have to
Craig?
confess, if I make it to the third round, and end up against Gary, I will be voting for Gary. Gary's my guy. I want him to go all the way. I've got my throne flag of Texas in the home office as a little homage to Gary. He's a great dude. That's what I'll be doing.
Unbelievable. Craig and Sarah from Australia, the two nicest people you'll ever meet. Vote, vote, vote. Look at them. Greatness on your screen.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. I'm the king, original.
Boom. How about that? We've had not one, not two, but three people calling from Australia on a single jet YouTube show. And maybe four if we want to count Weed the People. PBM, a man of his word. He did, in fact, gift 5 memberships after Craig's hilarious Trump impression.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Money Man Stan, JC Winkler, Marty McFly, Jordan L., and Gavin Ridout, all receiving memberships there. This is the final show to gift before the raffle tomorrow. I'm doing one show tomorrow. It'll probably be around noon Eastern. I'm traveling in the morning. So we're only got one matchup in the tournament tomorrow, but a raffle coming your way. The matchup tomorrow is Alan and Johnny. Saturday show will feature Hamburger and Scott. Sunday show will feature Gary and South Ass. And then we've completed the opening round of the Butter region. And that will bring us to the final region of the opening round, the Train region, featuring the number 1 seed, the Lane Train. I also want to give a huge shout out to listener Snowball, who is the first to send me a Justin Fields channel emoji for us to use here. So you'll see, if you're a channel member, a Justin Fields emoji is now available for you. I just added it during the show. So refresh if you're a channel member and you'll see it for yourself. But a Justin Fields emoji is our new channel emoji. Sko says, when is the Field signing official? Well, he's on vacation right now in Dubai, so that's why it's not official yet. He's got to sign his contract in person. Now, I don't know if he's going to be number 2, Gator. So we'll have to update the emoji when we find out what number he's actually going to be wearing. He wore 1 with Chicago, 2 with Pittsburgh. People have been putting him as like 3 with the Jets in a lot of Photoshops. Australian Jet fan. We need to get Jake a Bombers jersey. I'd wear a Bombers jersey. Also, how about Australian Jet fans icon? It's the Jet logo over Australia. I love that. Look, it's going to be very tough to top that phone call right there from Craig and Sarah. But if there's any guy who could try and do it, it would be the number 1 overall seed in this very tournament that we've been discussing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, child! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, child!
Hello, Jake. How are you?
I'm good, Charles. I want to cut right to the chase, though. Who do you have in the matchup between Craig and Sarah?
I respect both of them immensely, but I chose Sarah because she made me feel better when I felt a little sad, a little down in the dumps.
Aw.
To put the simple to the point, I wanted to tell her when she was on screen along with her boss that she is as kind, as compassionate as she is beautiful. And it's the truth, really.
Rick Kent just called you a simp.
Aren't we all, Ricky? Aren't we all? But I don't know why one of them has to leave the country of Australia if one of them wins. I think that's kind of ridiculous.
Well, it's a loser leaves the continent match, Charles.
And what, they can't return?
That's it. Whoever wins gets to stay. Whoever loses has to leave the country/continent of Australia.
That's ridiculous. They're both good people.
Yeah, but they agreed to the rules.
I know. I'm not crazy about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about Restrepo too, the wide receiver from Miami that had a great season last year with Cam Ward. I was as much as I was impressed with Cam Ward's highlights that I saw from his tenure in Miami. I was actually more so impressed with Restrepo, to be honest with you. Restrepo is a very good, very talented wide receiver. I wouldn't mind the Jets get him in the later rounds if he's not taken in the first round, of course, but he's definitely a very good wide receiver. As for the Justin Fields tape that I saw, yeah, I think
Swamp Ranger is saying something that I want to give you a chance to respond to. It's very, very strong allegation.
I'm not trying to steal his woman. Stop it, Swamp Ranger.
So you're not trying to steal Hawk's girl?
No, I am not. I met Hawk. He's a nice guy.
Tom A says Charles letting everyone know who he be.
Yes.
Big
anyway,
fella says Charles, stop simping.
I could do whatever the hell I want, big fella, so I'm not gonna fuck off.
How does Big Fella not have a channel membership, by the way? How is this possible? I'm going to try and rectify this right now.
Alan.
Go ahead. You can respond to Alan anytime. As much time as you need to respond to that dirtbag.
Alan. I don't know why you're disrespecting me right now, but it's not cool, brother.
Yeah, Alan.
It's not cool.
Make sure you vote for Jets Johnny tomorrow, Charles. He's going to need your support.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Hold
but
on.
As I was saying, I wouldn't mind the Jets trying to get him if he somehow doesn't get past the first round. Is he projected to go in the first round by a lot of analysts and scouts, or no?
Who, the receiver from Miami?
Yes, Restrepo. Xavier Restrepo.
Dom C has a 3rd or 4th round grade on him. He is his 14th
really?
rated wide receiver. Yeah.
Really, that's interesting. What I'm trying to say is that, and also for the Justin Fields tape, yeah, that was disappointing me about him, but he still played sufficient enough to win.
Hold on one second,
I
Charles.
know.
I just gifted 5 channel memberships, and when someone gets memberships, I like to play a sound effect or a video. And stand by, Charles. This is my choice of sound to play.
I think the second one. Excuse me.
5 spot channel memberships. Steven Ariga, Kick-Ass Jets, Australian Jet fan. Boom. I wanted to get Big Fella membership. Jet Strong 1273 and Central Florida Jet. Big Fella, I tried. It didn't work. Someone else do it. Oh, hold on. Charles, you seeing this?
What?
We got a 20 spot from Jorge Perez that he gifted before I even gifted mine. Wow, that gives me another reason to play this.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go. 20 names here for you, Charles. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right. Jess, DR, Sean O'Brien, Crunching Numbers, Jonathan Rapp, Packer Gamer YouTube, Ron Weiss, Brian Hilario, Mikey Boy Jets, Source Gardner, David Guran, Carlos Piscoya, Andal Diet, Rook Edge 2, Skillet McGee, Sean Evans, Fab 5 Durr, Mandy's 23, ADR. That's 20 right there. All right.
Gary says, asking me if we're still friends. Of course we're friends, Craig. Of course we're friends, Craig.
Jorge Perez gifted 10. Charles, the farts are flowing.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
Here we go. Josh Frischman, Dylan Franz, Grinch Rob, Jet for Life, Call It Out, 100 Mile Per Hour, Judah, Ryan P, Veterans Fitness, Infamous Julian, all receiving channel membership. Sunday Night Smoke Podcast. I don't know if I mentioned that one. All right. I think we're back on track here. Swamp Ranger says, what does Charles think about Dixon Hall?
He's great. I'm interested in watching the highlights of Kyle McCord from Syracuse. They say he grew up a Jet fan because of Mark Sanchez.
Correct.
I'm going to look up his film, watch his highlights, and I'll determine whether or not I would like the Jets to take him or not. But for
When you watch
Strepal, was
film, do
very
you watch it in that current pose that you're in?
no, I watch it standing up or sitting down.
You're kind of in that like paint me like one of your French girls type of pose. It looks like.
Well, I appreciate that, Jake. Thank you.
I don't know if it was a compliment or a negative. Craig writes in, Charles, I thought we were friends. Yeah, can you
I just
explain?
responded. To that. We are friends, Craig. It's just Sarah helped me during a time of need.
But you never met Sarah in person.
She helped me. I talked with her on Instagram.
Oh, I see.
And I'm happy for her and Hawks. She's a good woman. Hawk's a good guy, and her son Henry's a cute kid, and I wish for a lot of things from him.
John wants to know why you're so tired. Our guy JD.
I'm not tired.
By the way, JD, your Maynard helmet, there is a delay. It will be sent out on Monday to you, so you will be getting that this upcoming week.
Oh yeah, did you guys talk about the signing of Josh Myers? Is it Josh Myers or John Myers, the center from Green Bay?
We talked about it.
I heard he's supposed to be a good center, but I think he'll be more of a backup than starter than Joe Tippmann. But it'll be a good thing because it'll provide depth to our offensive line. So that's a good signing. Okorafor, I heard he's a pretty decent right tackle. I know he didn't play that great for the Patriots last year, but may have been due to piss poor coaching. Who the hell knows?
Rhett Fan writes in, are you sliding into Sarah's DMs? Should Hawk be concerned?
I'm not sliding into her DMs.
Roseanne, who is a woman, says Charles slid in those DMs. Did you slide into Roseanne's DMs too?
No, I did not.
Would you like to?
No.
Okay. Well, sorry,
not for
Roseanne.
that compliment.
What do you mean? She said Charles slid in those DMs. I think she was...
Not for that comment. Excuse me, I meant to say no.
Yeah, but I think she was implying that you got game. I don't think it was a negative comment.
No.
Okay. Mimosa has gifted 5 channel memberships. A lot of people want in on the Sack Exchange
10.
raffle here. Oh, 10. Excuse me. Thank you, Charles. Great job by
We're
you.
the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Hold on. You know what? I know what people want, Charles. You're seeing what's happening here, right?
The farts, go ahead.
They want more farts, so I'll give them it. All right.
Oh, my bad, everybody.
It's all good, Charles. Thank you. 10 more here from Mimosa in our raffle for tomorrow. Geno Smith. What's up, Eugene? Tom Murray, Jack Needham, Ryan DeZerwa, Mrs. Rogers, Luke Morrell, NY Jets DH, Jeremy Alval. I think people also want to get Big Fella membership because somehow his expired. He hasn't got one yet. Oh, how about this,
Wait,
Charles?
Big Fella has yet to get a membership back?
No, he had one, but it expired.
That sucks.
Rick Kent in the house. He called you a simp earlier, but he just gifted 5 memberships. Can I play a fart drop?
No, I think you played enough fart drops.
All right, one more.
Excuse me. Actually, Gator, for this comment that I have a garbage Android phone, I actually have a Google Pixel.
Ooh, okay. Rick Kent, your memberships went to Milk Money, David Toast, Tiff, It's Juicer, Rafael Ramos. I think that was everyone. All right, some super chats here. Charles, you always inspire a lot of people to ask you questions. Hennessy says Charles inspired Lane to fart on shows now. Is this true?
I have no idea, but if he does fart on shows, God bless him.
Okay, so you give your blessings for other people to fart on YouTube shows.
I wouldn't say that, but if you want to put it that way, go ahead.
Okay. Thunderlip says, Charles, you watched season 3 of Invincible. Thoughts?
I gotta watch Daredevil Born Again. I gotta watch The Penguin. I gotta watch season 4 of Superman and Lois, and I gotta watch season 3 of Invincible. I've been playing God of War Ragnarok these past few days, and I'm thinking about watching Gladiator 2 tonight.
Charles, are you aware that this poll right now is still 50-50? I mean, I cannot believe 810 votes have been cast, and Craig and Sarah are 50-50. Right? I can't end the show yet.
Well, they're wonderful people. I mean, they're good people. They're good people. They're kind. They're compassionate. They're kind-hearted. I know Craig is her boss, but they're good people. You know, Craig's got a good family man, a good working man. Sarah's a good mother, a good woman. You know, she provides for her son. You know, she's a good woman. She cares about her family. You know, they're good people. I know they're Jet fans, but they're good people. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
if
type of guy that.
I mean, they could be terrible people as long as they're Jet fans. I have their back, you know?
No, if they're terrible people, they wouldn't have my back.
No, they're awful people, but they root for the Jets. I would support them.
I wouldn't care for that.
I would
I
personally.
don't. They wouldn't get my vote even if they were Jet fans. I've met some Yankee fans that were complete assholes and bigots too.
Really?
Yes.
So do you think the Jets don't have any bigots in the fan base?
Look, Jake, every fan base is going to have toxic people in it no matter what goes on in life. I mean, you're going to have toxic fans everywhere.
I see.
You don't think, I know he's been gone a couple of years, but you don't think Arnold Palmer had some toxic fans?
I was not expecting an Arnold Palmer reference.
Well, he did have toxic fans. I mean, Jack Nicklaus was golfing against them. They kept making fun of him. Arnold Palmer told him to stop. So,
Big fella says, Charles, thoughts on your matchup with Johnny Boy? Yeah, have you given any thought to your round of 32 showdown?
look, I'm just in it for the ride, for the fun of it. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. Johnny Boy's a good guy. He's got a unique sense of humor. I don't always agree with his takes. I don't always agree with his opinions on stuff, but he's a good guy. He's a good family man. Has always been very good to me and very supportive of me. I know he's been waiting for me to read for me to read and review the Last Ronin, which is one of the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics out there. Don't worry, I will read it sometime. But right now, I got other things to work on. Got other stuff I got to do as well. I feel good right now, so yeah. But I understand what Johnny Boy.
Swamp Ranger says, Charles, when you move into your new place, will you give us a tour, perhaps MTV Crib style?
I don't know about MTV. I was never really a big MTV fan. Never really was, but I will show you what my apartment looks like. As a matter of fact, I took pictures of it when I first went into my apartment. I may send them to Discord when I get the chance. So,
Oscar with a great question. Charles, how could you tell if someone is not a good family man?
well, I can tell if they're not involved not involved with their family. You know, if you know.
Charles?
Yes.
You just stopped talking.
Sorry, I was reading a chat in the private chat.
Focus on me. I'll handle the chats here.
How do I know if someone's not a good family? I just judge them by their maturity, by their attitude, by the way they treat other people.
I see.
You gotta.
Tom says that you're going to be getting a large heart-shaped bed in the new bachelor pad.
I don't know about that crap. I mean, I might just take my bed from my house, from my room, and put it there.
Okay.
This is my bed, by the way.
Yeah, give us a tour of the bed. That's where all the magic happens, they say, right?
No, no magic has happened so far.
What did you think I meant?
Congrats on the sex.
No. This is a family show. I meant that's where you slumber.
Yeah, that's where I sleep and get a good night's sleep.
Absolutely. 8 hours a night, right?
A little bit longer than that when I'm really sleeping, when I'm really tired, yes.
I see. Gary with some lady advice for you. You want me to read it to you? Remember, Chuck, don't ask a girl for her number. Tell her I'm going to take her to dinner, so give me your number and I'll set everything up.
Gary, what's the best way I could say this? You're a good guy, but in my opinion, a lot of your advice sucks.
Whoa. What don't you like about this piece of advice?
Look, man, well, I don't always agree with his advice on food. I don't always agree with his advice. And I don't always agree with his advice on women. You know, don't ask for her number. Listen. I'm not saying I don't have any ceiling mirrors, no.
Who are you responding to? Stop, Stan from Westport. Stop messaging Charles in the private chat. You're distracting him. I actually think that's pretty decent advice. Roseanne, who is a, as you would say, Charles, lovely lady, she says that's good advice.
True. I'm not saying that wasn't good advice, but a lot of advice to me has been kind of iffy.
I see. Well, let's bring on Gary for more context. Perhaps that might help the situation here. Sound good?
That's fine. I hope he doesn't kill me.
Joe Douglas should have been fired 2 days before he was hired.
Days before he was hired. What?
Gary, please explain your advice to Chuck here.
Look, women love confidence. If you say, "Hey, can I please get your number?" No, you cannot. You're a loser. You can't. Give me your number so I can take you to dinner. I'll set everything up. Then hand her your phone. I should put a number in. That works 95% of the time. Asking her for her number probably works 30% of the time. And then once she says no to your number, then what? What are you asking her for her Instagram? And now you look like you're begging. Just make the sale. You want to take her to dinner, right? Assume the sale. Just assume it. Why would she not want to go out with you?
Well, she was a bitch.
You're talking to her, you're flirting with her, you're having a good time.
Well, I don't flirt. I don't flirt with the women I talk to. I just talk with them.
Oh, well, all women like to be flirted with.
I know that, but flirting can also get you in a lot of trouble.
No, I'm a happily married man. I'm not flirting to get chicks' number, right? But what I'm saying is, if a girl puts herself in your space, she's interested in you. She wants to be there. If she wasn't, she'd run to the other side of the mall, right? Like she'd run away. If she's putting herself in your space, she wants you to talk to her. So that's it. Now she's got to go down. Now you got to take it down. Now you better get a date with her. There's no reason not to. She's already interested. That's a buying.
That's true.
That's not someone who came into the showroom. And no, I'm not comparing women to cars, but that's not someone who came into the showroom to say, I'm just looking. That's someone who wants to buy. She put herself in your space. She wants you to talk to her. Just go in with the confidence like that.
Well, I will admit I've been talking to a couple of girls on Instagram, and
I've been married for 13 years. I don't really understand how you guys date anymore. I don't get it. So I'm not going to tell you. Like, I don't know how you protrude confidence and authority on Instagram. There's no tone. There's no. I don't know how that works. I don't know how to.
Hey, congrats on the sex.
$10 in their shorts. Stay away from the strip clubs. Strip clubs are degenerate, Charles.
the more I think about my experience at that place, the more I start to understand why you would feel that way.
Strip club. I had a fling with a stripper. It's a degenerate place. Nothing good happens at a strip club. Would you want your future daughter, to work at a strip club?
If you worked at a strip club, I'll say the first guy that touched you gets their hands cut off.
Would you want your daughter to work at a strip club?
Absolutely not. Hell no.
Okay, so let's not encourage anyone else's daughter to work at a strip club either. That's all. That's all. And then protrude confidence and treat them like a lady.
Can we get back to the comment that Charles just made that he's been messaging with some lovely ladies on Instagram?
There's only
See,
two.
they've already replied to you. If they responded to you, then there's some
We've been
interest. Now
talking.
then they're interested. All right. So
We've been talking on Instagram.
Now
We've been.
You're setting up a date and get their schedule, and then say Saturday at whatever time or whenever they're free. You set up a date for them. Then contact Jake, and Jake will tell you where in New York City to take them.
Do they live in the city? Where do they live?
One lives in Michigan.
Oh, that's not going to work.
Michigan's going to be tough to organize. All right, where's the other one?
There's one called Sonia I've been talking to lately. She said she loves New Jersey. I don't know where she is.
Well, New Jersey's pretty big.
Jake, if he gets a chick to agree to go on a date with him, you'll help set up the details. You'll pick the location and everything.
Yeah, I just need to know where we're trying to plan this date out, and I'll get my best people on it.
There you go.
Thoughts, Charles? Concerns?
They both seem nice girls, but one of them I know is somewhat of a Christian, like me.
I like this. I like where
By
this
the
is
way, am I
going.
paying for this date? Do I got to start budgeting in advance?
No,
Charles
Jake,
is
you don't have
paying
to.
for the date. Charles is paying for the date.
I don't have much money on me right now at this
Oh,
moment.
that's
But
so. Guess who's
here's what
getting
we'll do.
fronted the bill
Charles,
for the date?
hang on, Charles.
I'm not
take it
asking.
out
We're
there
just
together.
talking.
We will
We're just-
put a GoFundMe together. We will take a donation for you. We'll get you $200 for the date. You don't have to spend more than $200 on a first date. I don't even suggest you spend $200 on a first date. But we want to make sure you don't run out of money. So we'll get $200 for you on a first date.
Charles, I'll take care of the whole thing. Don't worry.
You don't have to do this, Jake, but I
we will
appreciate
take care of it as a team. Everyone will pitch in $5, $10, whatever they can. And we'll get you money so you can take the lady.
Well, we haven't even thought of a date yet.
You take her to the Swiss Alps. You take her to Maldives. You look desperate. $200 is more than enough money.
I
Well,
think
one
your
of my
first date
favorite.
should be a
Well,
spot for drinks.
when I was dating my first and only girlfriend at the time, she loved Applebee's, and Applebee's is one of my favorite places to eat too.
Love Applebee's. Hey, you know what? This is a great opportunity actually to bring someone on who actually took a woman to Applebee's not that far, far long ago, or not that long ago, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Rob, the Jet fan from Glenhead's on the line. Rob, as someone who took a woman to Applebee's, what piece of advice could you maybe share with Charles as he tries to set up another date? Rob? Rob?
What's going on?
Do you hear us?
Am I on?
Holy delay. Never mind. That did not work.
That didn't go well.
That did not work.
Great live podcast right now.
Now, Charles, let me tell you, I'm a big Applebee's guy. All right. My friends and I, we call it Club B's, or a little half price abs after 10. There's nothing like it.
I know, but the thing is, I also like Buffalo Wild Wings, but not everyone's into sports. The food is good, but not everyone's into sports.
Let me give you one more tip, Charles, because I don't want you to blow this. When she asks you what you do for work, what you do for a living, don't say
I
you're
told her I'm unemployed at the moment.
And she's still talking to you?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say use this line. Use this line.
Say you're between jobs. That sounds better than unemployed.
No, I'm telling her the truth.
Say this.
But it's true. You're between jobs. You previously worked, and now you're trying to find another job.
I haven't been employed in about 2 years.
Okay, well, it's a big gap, but we'll get you there.
You're still between jobs, though. You're not saying anything false.
You didn't retire.
I know that, but I'd rather say I'm currently unemployed at the moment, but I'm looking for work.
Say this. Say this. I'm blessed enough that I get to do what I love to do. I'm handsomely rewarded for it, but I don't want to talk about me. I'm here to talk about you. What do you do?
It's a good line.
That's true. Well, one of my girls that I'm talking to was a nurse, a night nurse in Michigan.
There you go.
Is she a travel nurse? Does she travel in New Jersey?
They make good money. She can carry you along for a while.
Oh my God, Johnny boy. Charles, you got to make sure you lay the wood down. Come on, Johnny.
On that note, I have a huge super chat here from JYB who says, for Charles' date and the film breakdown. So, Charles, after YouTube takes its cut, we've already started to raise some money for your future date.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but we haven't scheduled a date yet. So,
are you on any of the dating apps, Charles? Maybe that's a way to
I don't use dating apps. She talked to me on Instagram. She said she really liked me.
Yeah, but how did she find you in the first place?
Instagram.
Yeah, but okay. Instagram's a very wide-ranging answer there. Did you, how does she know you?
Through my Instagram account, through one of my videos. She followed me, and, this girl, Isabel, who I talked to on WhatsApp.
Are we sure these people are real is my point here. You're not being scammed.
Yes, I'm sure she's real.
Okay. Be careful with that. That's a thing that's happening nowadays. Happens a lot.
That is very true.
Hennessy says, so Gary's a life coach, diet coach. What else?
Just a guy I'm just an old guy who's had some experience in life. I have a little wisdom to impart. That's really it.
Devin says, Gary's advice guaranteed to work 40% of the time, 100% of the time.
40% is not bad. If you hit on 5 chicks in one night and you get dates with 2 of them, that's a pretty good night, isn't it?
It's pretty good. Never expected solid closing advice. I actually think Gary is given some pretty good takes with this one here, for what it's worth, Charles.
I agree.
Bino says, Chuck, tell her you're waiting for the right gig. That's another line you could say. You say you're looking for a job right now. You're between jobs. It's perfect. Swamp Ranger says, Charles, what about joining the military?
My mother's teased me about doing that so I could be straight now. That was when I was a teenager. I love the military. I have a lot of respect for the military, but no, not my thing.
Okay. Not his thing. Barbarossa's on the line, and I believe he has some sage advice for you, Charles. Hello, Barbarossa.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I have to say, Gary's advice, I really think it was very good. In general, I do. That was really good advice, Gary. Charles, yeah, dude, you got to be yourself. I would not go to Applebee's. I would not pick a chain restaurant. I would pick something with a good drink selection and some like high quality, like appetizers or something like that. Like if you're a little hungry, have some food. Like the best first dates I've been on, and the one that I with my wife, we went to Barcade. We got some drinks, we got some food, we had a really great time.
Where's that located?
Well, Barcade is a bar arcade. There's a bunch of them in New York where I am. Like there's New York City has a couple of them. I don't know how close to New York you are, but just find something fun to do together. If you're not going to go to a sit down place, find something. You have another option of finding something kind of fun that you both like to do. Like she liked games. I like that stuff. So
Like a Dave and Buster's, basically.
so if she likes that, that's not a bad thing. That's maybe not, it's not the worst thing. Like something fun, because then you don't have to necessarily like continuously talk to each other. You have something to talk about the entire time you're on a date, and you can kind of, you get a wide range of different things to do. I don't know. What do you think of that? I want to hear what Gary has to think of. I want to hear what Gary has to say about that, but I guess not.
Gary was getting a very important call, apparently. I think it's good advice, Barbarossa. Charles, I think you've been given some pretty good advice here on some potential date spots. You go to a place, get some drinks, an activity place. Barcade is perfect, though. That's a great first date spot.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
What do you
Anyway,
think of this take here? Gary K says, Charles, if you fart and she giggles, she's a keeper. I'd recommend holding off on the blast.
Yeah, not yet. No, not yet, dude.
Obviously, I can't fart
He's
on
got
the
to be your
first date.
girlfriend of a little while before you start blasting him. Okay, that's.
I
Dude,
definitely
I
gotta
promise
agree
you.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wait, but like like my wife thinks my farts are hilarious. You know, the last girl I dated before her thought it was funny. The girl before that did not, and it did not work out. You know, farts have to be funny. You know, but you gotta hold that. She's got to think you're funny before she will think your farts are funny. You know, because
Okay, I understand.
that's if you can make her laugh with your words, then your ass will do the rest. It's fine.
I appreciate the advice. Seriously, I do.
Yeah, Chuck. I mean, I'm dude. September 10th, bros. We got to stick together. I got you, man. I got you.
Thank you.
You got it, bro.
Roseanne is saying second date is when you rip Monster Blast. I don't know if all women would agree with that, but Roseanne is definitely
Hey,
putting it
hey,
out
Chuck.
there
If it doesn't work out with this chick, you can date Roseanne. She loves farts.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Barbarossa, this was one of your finest moments. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much. Cheers to y'all. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbarossa. From Barbarossa to, this guy was like nodding his head up and down during this call. I wonder if he has any thoughts on this. JJ, you're up next. Hello.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Charles, how you doing?
What's wrong, JJ? You sound down in the dumps.
No, I'm not down in the dumps. Advice for you, man. Listen, just be yourself. If you're a farter, fart on the first date. I'm gonna tell you why. Because let her know who you really are, and if she don't like you for who you are, then move on to the next one. You know what I mean? There's
Farting
plenty
can
of
also be rude too. I mean, you got to be courtesy. I was raised to be a gentleman. I wasn't raised to be a horse's ass. I wanted to date when I was in middle school, but the thing is, a lot of the kids were doing a lot of nasty shit there. And my parents were like, funny, I'll tell you guys a little story. When I was about 10 or 11 years old, I asked my dad if I can have a girlfriend. And
what
he
did he
says,
say?
wait till you're 25. And I
And how old are
actually,
you
my
now?
first girlfriend, believe it or not, was when I was 25.
So
How old are you
you're
now?
saying your dad saw the future.
I don't know my dad's seen the future, but he said, wait till you're 25. Unfortunately, it didn't go out very well. It was a very toxic environment I was in. The girl was a bit of a problem, but the mother was even a bigger problem. But that's all I'm going to say for that for now. But what I do miss is having a companion close to me. That's the thing about you love being in a relationship. You're with somebody. You're with a companion. I mean, sure, you got your friends, your BFFs, and all that, but when you're with someone romantically, it's a different game. It's a different look on life.
Hey Charles, I'm so sorry to interrupt. This is like super off topic, but somebody in the chat said JJ's depressed because he watched Justin Fields tape. I want to ban Andrew Fialkow from coming on the show because what he did today was so disrespectful. I am a Justin Fields truther, if you guys didn't know. Jake, can you put me on the big screen real quick?
My dad wanted him, believe it or not. My dad, if the Jets were going to move on from Darnold, he wanted him over Zach Wilson.
Charles, let me show you some stuff real quick. Hold on. Let's take a look. I got my own film review here. Hold on, let me just get set up. All right, so here we go. Let me make sure. Can you guys see that? All right, let's break down some film.
He can throw the football, Justin Fields.
Let's break down some film. Ready? All right, he's under center right there. Good play action fake, rolling out, little sidearm action. Sometimes all you got to do is just get the ball to your playmakers, let them make a play. And we got playmakers on this team. So that's a good play. Andrew, why we didn't show this? You see that? Elusive. All right, this is a good one right here. I watched this one earlier. All right, look. Gets out of, avoids a sack, little sidearm action. I mean, what are we talking about? He's accurate. He can move on the run. He's accurate. I think I like this next play right here. Hold on. Look at this. Jake, this is what you call a dime. Down the field. Accurate. I mean, my God, why weren't we showing these plays, Andrew Fialkow? And I'm going to show you one last one. This is what I'm super excited for. Look. Nothing's there on the goal line. Get up in there. TD boy. Like, what? So I don't want Andrew Fialkow doing film breakdown on Justin Fields if he's going to be biased. If he's not going to show all that first down right there. If he's not going to show these type of plays, this is another one right here, Jake. This one's for you. Jake. Go Fields. Go get it. Run him over.
How tall is Justin Fields? Is he as tall as Zach Wilson or a little bit taller?
Listen, don't ever mention Zach Wilson in the same breath as Justin Fields.
No, I'm talking about how tall is Justin Fields.
I don't even know how tall Zach Wilson is. I can't tell you. All I know is we got our quarterback. All right. So Pittsburgh lost that game. Okay. How many games did the Jets lose with Aaron Rodgers? I don't see your point. Like, what are we talking about? Justin Fields is our quarterback now. Like, I can understand why you guys didn't like me before because you guys were so excited for, the Jets, Zach Wilson and all this stuff. And I would come on and I was a hater and it was so negative. That's how I feel about some of you guys now. Whenever you guys call in and y'all talk crazy about Justin Fields.
Here's the thing I'm going to say. I wouldn't have an issue with Justin Fields being our starter. But the thing is, for this upcoming season, I want Tyrod to be the starter. Now, Tyrod's a good player.
Charles, they just gave Justin Fields $30 million guaranteed. I got news for you. He's the starting quarterback.
You want Tyrod Taylor, the old man who can't stay on the field, who gets injured.
That's because he
every year.
That's true.
Are you crazy? Now, I will say though,
impression there, JJ.
I will say, Tyrod Taylor, he got replaced with the good old David T.
Yes, sir. I'm going to have to disagree with you a little bit, JJ. Justin Fields, yes, I'm all on board with it, but
so why are you disagreeing with me?
Well, it remains to be seen. I mean, I'm skeptical. You can't say he is our quarterback. And listening to Andrew, he evaluated him and all that kind of stuff. And my concern,
Andrew, I like Andrew, so I'm not going to disrespect Andrew. But just because Andrew watched some film with Tyrod Taylor, with Justin Fields, and I don't care what Andrew thinks about Justin Fields. Justin Fields is going to get on the field and he's going to play. Look at him in Ohio State. I bet you Andrew Fialkow loved Justin Fields when he was in Ohio State. Look at his coaches. He went to the league and he was in Chicago. The coach that he had in Chicago is now fired, jobless. Mike Tomlin has never been known to develop any offensive talent. Let's be real with it. Mike Tomlin was
Yeah, let me stop you there, JJ. Good point.
Antonio Brown is probably one of the greatest wide receivers ever. Let's be real.
Le'Veon Bell had some good years.
Yeah, and what did Mike Tomlin do? What did Mike Tomlin do when he had Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben Roethlisberger, and Antonio Brown? What did he do? He lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars in the playoffs. I remember that game because I actually went there. I went there and I saw the game. It was like -5 degrees. I freeze my butts off and I watched Blake Bortles torch him with Leonard Fournette. All right, don't tell me about no Mike Tomlin knowing how to work with offensive talents. That's why he only has one Super Bowl. I like Mike Tomlin, but don't disrespect Justin Fields. All right?
Can I stop you, buddy?
Oh, I'm sorry, David. Go.
No, that's okay. I understand. I'm all about Justin Fields, and I think this is his year. And with maybe, hopefully, I'm hoping and praying with the coaching, they can tweak things and all kind of stuff. He's a young man. He's a stud, and maybe he could be, the quarterback of the future, JJ.
Now, can we get back to the real topic at hand here?
Yes.
This match between Sarah and Craig.
Oh, I voted for Sarah.
JJ,
I'm gonna get going, guys. Peace out.
Charles, you gotta go.
Dang. Bye, Charles.
Hey,
Charles, hey, I'll play you one of these on the way out. Appreciate you, man.
Oh. David T, who did you vote for?
Yeah.
I'm glad. I was just going to ask if I could put my 2 cents in. I voted for Sarah because they're two wonderful people. I wish it could be a tie, but maybe you're too young, JJ. But my 2 all-time heroes, Joe Namath and Olivia Newton-John, who, she's an Aussie, and I love the Aussie accent, and I'm a sucker for a pretty girl.
Okay. Well, I voted for Sarah as well because I guess she's dating Hawk, and I like Hawk, so that was literally all it came down to. And Craig, I think it's a low blow to threaten Sarah that if she wins, she'll get fired because we know you're not going to fire her. So you be quiet. You need Sarah. You need Sarah more than Sarah needs you. All right.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of baloney, and it's all in fun. And Sarah, she was always a happy, glowing person, but since she's with Hawk, she's like 3 times glowing.
Yeah, because Hawk, he flew down under in more ways than one.
Yeah, we won't go there.
All right, sorry, family show. Anyways,
this really evolved. The way this call kind of evolved from Gorman to Gary. I don't even know the order. I think JJ, you were thrown on. We tried Rob from Glenhead. It didn't work. This was a wild one.
Yeah, well, I just want to end by saying, stop being so negative about Justin Fields. I need you guys to get on board. My mother is calling me, so I have to go. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Peace.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? You get to pick the ones who make the show walk.
Craig has regained the lead. It's 51-49. The opposite of what JJ wanted has happened. We're coming down to the wire. I have a couple people left on hold. One of them is Rob from Glenhead, who we tried earlier, and it should be working a lot better now. Hello, Rob.
Hold on. Okay. I don't know why it keeps on going to muting. It mutes automatically.
Why are you sideways, Rob? What's happening here?
Because sometimes the microphone gets covered. Can you hear me just as well this way?
You sound great.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. That's the reason why I did that. Hey, Jake. I just wanted to start off with a little, and that's for Joe Beningo. I'm 100% behind Joe. I can see why he's depressed. What's going on? I think JJ's nuts. I don't know why he's so high about Justin Fields. You know, he's been bounced to 3 different teams, and Mike Tomlin benched him in the middle of the year for an old, decrepit Russell Wilson. It tells you that he didn't see the talent in him. So, I mean, I'm not in agreement with him. I hope he does great, but I don't see it. I have to say, as far as these guys that we picked up, I don't know how people are high about the people that we picked up so far, because the majority of them are horrible. I mean, you picked up this guy, Stevens, what's his name? I'm sorry, Shepard. And this guy was thrown on the most, and he was picked on the most, and he allowed the most yardage. Why would I be enthusiastic about picking up that guy? And then we picked up a lineman who only started 1 game for the Pats last year. I mean, these guys that we're picking up so far are like bargain basement guys, Jake. I mean, they don't seem so good. They really don't. I'm not excited about it at all. I don't see why people are excited about this crap. So far, I have to say, not happy what I see going on. I really don't think Aaron Glenn knows what he's doing. I mean, we got to look for the finished product, but you know, we were looking at just 2nd-tier free agents, and you don't want to overspend. I get that, but so far, I still see a lot of holes on this team, especially since we got rid of Aaron and Devontae, and now we're sitting there and we got a million holes to plug in now. Now we need a linebacker. We need a defensive lineman. We need an offensive lineman. I mean, we need a lot of guys. And the guys that they're picking up so far, they don't look so good. I don't think they look good. People are like happy with it. And look at the film that Andrew did today. Is that encouraging, Jake?
I mean, Robbie, here's the bottom line. There are some good things to like about Fields, and there's a reason why he's bounced around. We probably could have said the same thing about Darnold and Mayfield. So we'll see what they do. I mean, that's ultimately what it comes down to. The offseason's not done yet. They need more. Some of these free agent signings have been very inspiring, but it's also not a great free agent class. It's really not. I mean, look how much money Kinlaw just got. All right, we got to wrap this up soon. NY in Atlanta gifted a membership. Thank you. Appreciate that. Uno Jet says, why was he benched? I mean, we showed you that last game on film. We can't act like Fields doesn't have upside, though. He does. It's going to come down to the coaching. Because here's the thing. There's enough talent on this team where they're well coached. They should be a lot better. But I don't know if Aaron Glenn's a good coach. None of you do. We don't know if he's a bad coach. We don't know if he's a good coach. He's unproven. Swamp Ranger says JJ will blame the O-line when Fields stinks. Maybe. Jets Johnny wanted that super chat to send Rob to the hole. The one from earlier. Well, Rob was not sent to the hole. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. Stan from Westport. Hello, Stan.
Hey, Jake. What a great show this was. I mean, not only entertaining, but informative in many ways.
We covered a lot of topics.
To say the least. But, this whole channel has evolved to be a plethora of topics. I mean, it's universal. It's unbelievable. It's really brilliant, Jake, what you put together. I got to tell you, it's very unique for sure.
Thank you, Stan. Well, I appreciate everyone who tunes in, and we wouldn't be able to do ASMANIAC Madness if we didn't have enough people that are a part of the show contributing to do it. So it's testament to everyone that tunes in.
But listen, as far as the football goes, I understand the film. He definitely missed a lot of things when you look at it from that perspective. But I think you could say that even about the greatest QBs, right? At times, I think I will defend JJ in this way. I gotta think this was some kind of falling out with either Tomlin himself or the coaching staff with Fields, because it doesn't make sense. When you look at the stats, when you look at where he was, I mean, he had 5 TDs and only 1 pick. it's puzzling at best. I think it was more internal. There was something going on than field on the field performance, no pun intended. That's what it looks like to me. I'm not saying he's the be all and end all by any means, but something went on that doesn't make sense. And the other thing I'll say, there's no way they pay the guy that kind of loot unless, we talk about Aaron Glenn, but really this is an Engstrom, Turner, London triumvirate, right? We really have on the Jets like 3 quarterback coaches effectively, all the way from the QB coach to the passing coordinator to the OC. I mean, if you think about it, I don't think that consensus can be totally out to lunch, especially when they're just coming in. And this is a major decision and a major choice. So they have to see or know something that is more positive than a lot of people think.
They got to have a real plan for what they want to be as an offense.
Absolutely.
And especially if they take Warren at 7, because that's the type of guy that you can't take at 7. Good call, Stan. You're right. Unless they have a real plan.
Yeah.
But the coaching matters more than ever before on offense for the Jets. Because Tanner Engstrand is an unproven play caller. He's never done it at the NFL level. Justin Fields is a guy that has physical traits that need to be developed, but he has the talent to do it, they think. Can we run the football better? Like, Justin Fields is an elite runner. Can we have some creative designs for him? Engstrand should spend a lot of time looking at what Greg Roman was doing with Lamar when he first got into the league. And what we've seen Lamar do as a passer since, with Todd Monken now, the play caller there, and copy some of those plays. And let Brees or Braylon Allen really be that downhill Derrick Henry-like runner. But, people are getting on Rob in the chat. I understand why he's skeptical. First-time coach, first-time GM, first-time play caller. With a quarterback who's on his 3rd team in 3 years. I get it. That's not a crazy opinion to have. People just want to get on Rob because he's Rob, and he's been polarizing lately. But I don't think he's wrong for feeling the way he feels. The big fella is up next. What's up, big fella?
Hey, man. If we're going to be going after the second tier free agents, you have to trust the coaches, like you said. I mean, we have to trust that they can coach them up and develop them into something, that we can use. Now, as for Fields, I wanted Fields. I'm counting on the coaching, to coach him up too, so he doesn't fumble as much as he did, because that's one of his big issues. He didn't lose that many fumbles, but he puts the ball on the ground, and we can't have that. So, and he has progressed each year. So I'm thinking, we have to trust in the coaches. That's all. We did that last year, and look what happened. This year, hopefully, we get better coaching. That's what this season's going to be about, in my opinion.
It's going to decide the season, because if their coaching stinks, they're just not going to be good enough to fight for a playoff spot right now with what the AFC looks like.
Yeah, I mean, the players that we got, they're going for younger players that have potential to be something, that they haven't shown yet. That's what's going on, and what can get them there is good coaching. So
I can't believe what I'm seeing on the line right now. He's back. Big
What's
fella's opponent in the round of 32.
Oh, Jesus. What's up? What's up, JJ?
You look kind of strong today, so I'm trying to intimidate you.
Oh, come on, man. Yo, I had an idea. What? Okay.
Yeah, what's the idea?
Since I'm all about the community and everything with this with this chat and everything and Asmaniacs, I think we should put a wager on it of, if you beat me, I have to pay 20 memberships. If I beat you, you have to pay 20 memberships.
Okay. If you beat me, 20 memberships. If I beat you, 20 memberships. All right.
Yeah.
That is 100 US coin for those of you at home.
Yeah. How much?
100 buckaroos.
Hey, listen. If I lose and I got to pay that 100, that's going to be I better get a massage from
How
everyone who
about
wins one of
this?
those
How about
memberships.
this?
No, I want a massage from everyone who gets a membership.
No,
If
no,
I
no, no.
lose, then I got it. Why not?
Better idea. We'll take
Okay,
that
sorry.
money and we'll put it towards the Charles Gorman date fund that we have $100 in the pot
Ooh.
already ready to go for him.
No, but all jokes aside, yeah, that we could do that wager. But I just signed up to pay $100 because you have a huge fan base. Everybody's gonna vote
Not
for you. I
really.
mean,
Not really.
that's why I'm campaigning so hard. Is because
Bro.
The light went off in here. I'm scared. Hold on.
Dude, the people
Oh,
are
there we
going
go.
for you, man.
No, they're not.
I see it in the chat. People are going for you. Come on.
Jake said you're gonna beat me in a landslide.
I
don't
highly
think I
doubt
said that.
You did, Jake. You did. You did, and it hurt my feelings.
Highly doubt that.
I got to be honest. If I said that, I don't feel that way anymore because you've had some really funny calls, JJ.
Thank you. I'm trying. Hey, listen, June the GM was no challenge. That's why I was retired. I didn't even.
It was a challenge. It came
He
down to
wasn't
like
a
a
challenge.
vote.
I was in autopilot against June, but the big fella, you guys think I was gonna not take the big fella seriously? Look at him.
Come on, man.
I will say you impersonating David T, JJ, for those who saw it, was very funny.
Well, thank you, man. I got to do everything. I got to pull out all the stops to beat the big fella.
You gotta let the people speak though, man. Because you just kept going and going and going. We couldn't hear David.
That's a good point.
Well,
You did steamroll David. You owe him an apology.
Yeah.
Me and David have a good working relationship. David is another elder. He's a part of the Dave Briga retirement home facility. I'm kidding. Dave Briga, I promise that was just a joke. Dave Briga, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Oh, man. All right. Well, I just lost 3 votes. I'm going to hang up now before I say anything else crazy. But big fella, we have a deal.
All right, cool. Have a good one, JJ. Take care.
Big fella. I mean, that's going to be a great battle. Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, he's been coming on. He retired, but I never left. So,
amen.
We'll see. We'll see how things go.
Big fella, you're the man. Appreciate you as always. Did you get a membership gifted yet? You still haven't, right?
Nah, not yet.
That is outrageous. We're gonna work on that.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the great big fella checking in. Hey, this has been a wild show, man. 2.5 hours. Jeez. Fun show too. We covered a lot, from film reviews to Charles Gorman wooing women in their DMs. You get a DM from Charles Gorman. I mean, that was a family show, but look out. All right. Hide the women out there. All right. If Charles Gorman's on the prowl. Boomtown says time to add body bags to the merch store. Rick Kent, do not antagonize Dave Briga. Man. Let me look at the bracket here. Could we get Dave Briga and JJ at any point? We could. That could be the Elite Eight. If JJ beats Big Fella, then he would take down the winner of Gorman and Johnny. We could get Briga and JJ. That is a potential matchup down the line in the tournament. I'm excited. That's probably JJ and Big Fella is one of my favorite round of 32 matchups. I think D's Nuts and Briga is a great one. Cheats fan versus Weed the People could be fascinating. We know Weed's capable of putting together a bunch of funny calls. Leany and Neil's great. The nicest human ever in Leany, and then you got Neil and his antics. PBM and David T. I mean, 2 great callers. And then, the Butter region's starting to come together here. We had Ricky win earlier, and I can't declare a winner just yet. But this show's about to end, and over 900 votes have been cast, so you're running out of time. 51-49. Craig is leading. Last chance to vote before we close poll voting. Ladies and gentlemen, at the buzzer, King Lowski with a 5 spot of channel memberships for the people. You've made an impact if I have a drop of you doing a jet chant, as I do for Lowski. Ladies and gentlemen, Bradley Levitt. What's up, Brad? Shout out to the Levitt family. Shout out to Olivia Watman, formerly. Vero Beach, NY Jets. Mad Strawberry Jam. Gary Midron. All receiving memberships from the King. By the way, I love all the channel emojis. I think the King of Lowski emoji is one of the best we have. And I did, by the way, update the Justin Fields number. Snowball sent me a revised copy of Fields' new emoji. So there it is on the screen, folks. I don't know if it's been confirmed he's wearing number 3, but a bunch of you were bitching about it. So Snowball sent me Fields in a number 3. So we got our Justin Fields emoji added for all the channel members out there. Nick Shine says, want to play a fun game? Go to Charles' Instagram page and look at who he follows. It's Jets, friends, some comic people, and 85% adult film stars. Well, I'll tell you what. This does sound like a fun game. So what I'm going to do right now is go on Instagram, and we will see for ourselves who Charles Gorman follows, and then we'll end the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me pull up Charles's account first. See who he follows. All right. Oh, my God. This is going to be electric. Stand by, folks. Let's see if Nick Shine is telling the truth, or he's just pulling our leg. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Also, let's get Charles a ton of followers as we're doing this, too. I think he'll be like, holy crap, everyone's following me on Instagram. Do all these lovely ladies want to DM me? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's see what Charles Gorman is up to on IG. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look at the profile here. His handle, by the way, is comics with a 0 for life. Charles has given us the old he, him. Doesn't have a whole lot of posts here. This one, I would say, is probably his most notable one. I commented on it 2 weeks ago, by the way, electric, because I'm always supporting my guy, Charles. Follow me on Instagram. I'm on @Jake Asman. All right, let's see. We got this from Charles, too. I believe this was a film review. You guys can't hear this because it's not connected, but... Oh, we got Boom in the chat. Oh, a lot of Asmaniacs already follow Charles. Dan, the Jet fan. Mark. Leany. Look how nice Leany is, by the way. Can everyone see this comment here? Charles, I'm not into these type of movies, but if I was, I would definitely trust your review over anyone else's. Leany, you're the best. So nice. All right. So let's see if... First off, let's see the mutual friends. Who follows Charles here? What we got? Too Smooth, I believe. I don't know if I'm around the docs who that is. We got Gator. We got Jenergy. We got Bobby, Ricky. A bunch of Asmaniacs supporting here. My dad follows Charles. Who knew? Love it. All right. What else we got here? All right. So Charles is following me, Trump, the Yankees, the Jake Asman Show, Car Fleischer, Hot Girls Talks Jet Football, my dad, Sarah, Nick Shine. How many accounts do you have, Nick Shine? Jeez. Richie from Jets Media. And by the way, thoughts to Richie. He shared that his family dog passed away today, so sorry to hear that. Fireman Ed, Jenergy, O'Leary, Ricky, Garrett Wilson, Kicks by Carly, Cakes by Charles. Just change your middle name to Simp at this point. Green Bean, Sauce, Jets, Revis, Jeter, Talking Jets. All right, Sty Stallone, Kelly Clarkson, Gal Gadot, RFK, Hawk, Boomtown, Connor Long, Addy, Stat. These are a bunch of Asmaniacs right now. Let's see. Kelly's back up, Pig. That doesn't sound like a porn star to me. Where are all these porn stars, Nick? Johnny Ice Cream, that's not a porn star. Thomas Morstead, good friend of the show. Matthias, another Asmaniac. DeBrickashaw. Blitz BK. Thomas Jones, friend of the show. Lisa Ann, she's a host on the Fantasy Football Channel, guys. Desiree, maybe porn star. Doesn't look like it. Maybe that's Bobby's hairdresser. Kurt Warner, not a porn star. Haley Rose, maybe a porn star here. Not familiar with her work, though. Got to study the tape. He follows 2 Haley Roses. Okay. Kendra Lust. Now that is a porn star, folks. Can confirm. Eli, not a porn star. Should be in the Hall of Fame, though. The other POTUS account. Chuck Norris. Fearless Mark Wahlberg, definitely not a porn star. Official Brooke Bretta. Violet Myers. Now that is a porn star, folks. That is a porn star. Carly Gray, maybe porn star. Siri Dahl. I can't tell if that's a porn star or not. Also, Tom Hayes makes a good point. Technically, Mark Wahlberg did play a porn star in a film. Savannah Bond. Looks like a model. We don't know if she's a porn star. Sophie D. Another model, obviously. We don't know if she's a porn star. Nick, these are some pretty big accusations you're making here. There's only a couple confirmed porn. Sky Bray looks like a model, obviously. Desiree Hayes, obviously a model. Natasha, this is a tough one for me to try and excuse to be a model when we get to Natasha Nice. That's a tough one. Angela White, that's a tough one too, Charles. I am Violet Myers. All right, it looks like based on this, she's a podcast host. Angela White. I mean, looks like a model from this. Mia Malco. All right. Chris Daughtry. Now, that's not a porn star. Kendra. Yeah, it's tough. Tough. Charles follows a lot of Desirees. Anyone else notice on this? All right, Senator John Kennedy, not a porn star to my knowledge. Brett Baer, not a porn star. Nick Mangold, friend of the show, not a porn star. Brees Hall, not a porn star. Ariela Ferreira, not a porn star. Oh, actually, yep, nope, never mind. Roman Reigns, don't know about this one. Valentina Nappi, I mean, obviously a Italian model here. Violet, how many accounts do you follow, Charles? Jesus. Lazerna 69 looks like another model. Charles is a big fan of the Daughtry band. And then Jules Jade, obviously another model. So there's a couple porn stars in there, but I would say obviously a model would be the big takeaway I have from Charles's account. While I'm here, everyone go follow me at Jake Asman. All right. I post good stuff, like photos from London with the Jets or ESPN New York or our former quarterback that we just had to get rid of, everyone. Had to get rid of him. And draft last year. And opening day last year. So go give me a follow. And hopefully you follow Charles as well. So we could follow you back and you could follow less models. All right. On that note, do we have a winner? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to declare a winner. And the winner of the All-Australian matchup is the 6th seed, Craig from Australia, who narrowly defeated the 11th seed, Sarah, in what was one of the most highly contested ASMANIAC Madness matchups to date. 51-48 is the final. We don't get the decimal points from YouTube, but 933 votes were cast. So someone do the math on just how tight it was. But for a while, it was 50-50. It was 51-49 Sarah at one point. But it is, in fact, the favorite advancing to the round of 32. The OG of callers from Australia, Craig, moving on. And Craig is nice enough to join us on the line right now. Craig, it wasn't easy, but you got by. Sarah, your thoughts on the win?
Well, I want to start by thanking Jesus, and no, I'm kidding. No, I have to thank Donald Trump for existing, because I think what put it over was the Trump impression and the Trump dance. So I have to thank him as well. And I have good news. I'm here with the head of HR and recruitment, EB, and he's already called off the new employee who is going to start this afternoon. So they're gone. So Sarah's got nothing to worry about, and she can open the promotion letter next week.
Incredible.
And,
this was great, Craig. I really had no idea who was going to win at one point. I was fascinated by how this was going to play out. Usually I get an idea, not with this one.
we were discussing this, and we both agreed this one's going to go all the way to the wire. That's what we thought, and that's what's happened. So I'm sorry for all the Sarah lovers, but this is good for you, because she'll still be in the office. She'll still be able to call in with me. She'll still be able to afford internet. It's all good. You don't have to worry. And thanks for everyone who voted for me. You are all legends. Everyone's legends.
Craig, congratulations. I know it was the talk of your country, and I'm glad
mate.
both you and Sarah could
National news, everything. The whole country has been hanging on by a thread to find out what happened. All 26 million of us.
And Sarah's here now. Sarah, hello.
Hello. I've got to change of a hairstyle here because I've done my hair now. Just want to say congrats to Boss Man and thank you to everyone who voted for me. I love you all. Mwah. And go Craig.
Wow, incredible. Craig, Sarah, you guys put on a performance for the ages. Way to represent the Asmaniac community down under. And Craig, Sarah's on your side, so it's going to be fascinating to see how far Craig can go.
I knew that she was a formidable opponent. I knew this extremely well. A great opponent. I'd have been happy with either result. It's all good.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Craig, Sarah, absolutely crushing it here in the tournament.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock.
All right, that's a show. Nick shot at the buzzer here. Well worth the super chat. Favorite segment ever. I hope everyone enjoyed the Charles Gorman porn star or model or Asmaniac segment on his Instagram account. I hope it gets Charles a lot of followers. That'd be awesome. Everyone go follow Charles. You'll make his night. Weed says, next week have Andrew break down Charles' Instagram following. You know, if we did some film breakdowns on some of those people, that would make this site no longer YouTube. That would be RedTube, Weege. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you to Craig and Sarah for being awesome. That was great. We're back tomorrow. I'm flying to Houston. I haven't been back since I moved in a year, so I'm visiting some friends for the first time this weekend. I plan on doing a show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the morning. So we're still going to have Jet content because free agency continues. But I'll have one show tomorrow, probably around 11:30 noon Eastern time is the goal. Once I get settled in where I'm staying, and then we'll see what happens. Obviously, I'm bringing equipment with me in case the Jets actually do something notable. Then we'll go live and break that down at some point. So tomorrow, if we're looking ahead, great matchup. And by great, there's only one obvious choice. Jets Johnny, the 14th seed. Allen, the number 3 seed. Vote, vote, vote. And if you missed it earlier, I end tonight's show with the official Allen diss track that Jets Johnny put together. Go Jets, everybody, and thank you for watching. What a show. Thanks again to Andrew and everyone who tunes in daily.
Yo, Asmaniacs, gather round.
Hello, Alan.
You strutted in grand like a king without a crown, but behind that smug smirk, all we saw was a clown. Rest in roaches, you selfless as fool. Your legacy's nothing but a wrong now too. Condescending chatter all over the top. Today's your final act, yo, ego's time to drop like author from a cartoon past. You played the part, but your charm didn't last. Every quiver jab, every remark, that's like calling Jake Jiggle for your own sight. A douche of the highest order, now we degree. Your arrogance burn bright, now it's time to cease. No tears here, just a blizzard process at the sky. Follow man, so what's up, bro? We gave a special place in the hole. Yourself, better let your mess up, yo. Condescension, brutal and raw. Even mirror star your shot expose a fraud with no all.
Man, this dude sucks. He's
trash.
Peep the flaws when he talk raw. Tell brothers here New York, word is born. Never see him in person, but always chatting on the forums. What's up? Grow up. No more excuses, no fun. Show up. Allen like Aaron Rodgers, all talk but never show up. Too much, guess what? We'll only win cause we better. People only vote against you cause you can't meet the measure. Meet up, see us, hiding from us cause you're off the features. Keep counting these W's, love joints like off the beaters. Find a better use of your time.
Nobody must be at his mind. Hush now, Allen, close your eyes so tight. Your folks will try to dance in the soft moonlight. On your grand claims and your hot flying there. Drift away like bubbles disappear without a care. Sleep little island, let your ego unwind. Dreams and quiet moments in a gentle mind. This song will push the secret over in deep. Even the loudest clouds must go quietly to sleep. Remember how you struck and miss for your hand. Taking days for the fun that never ends. Your caught shooting while your arms are over you, fool. Now it fades like a whisper in soft dog stool. Sleep, little alley, let your ego unwind. Dreams and quiet moments in a gentle mind. The room hums a lullaby soft in the street. Even the proudest parades must accept the feet. Drift on gentle trees where your arrogance is small. In a little kind whispers, y'all nothing at all. So snuggle in your blanket, let that big head rest. For this lullaby, humility is best. Sleep, little island, let your ego unwind. And dreams to find a truth that is gentle and kind. The night so softly teaches in a tune, oh so sweet. Even your from the time of pride must have it defeat. Admit defeat.
His name is
Admit defeat. Admit defeat. Sleep to the alley, let your ego unwind. And you to find a truth that is gentle and kind. The night so softly teaches in a tune, oh so sweet. Even young from the time of pride must admit defeat. Admit defeat. Admit defeat. Admit defeat.
Fatality.
No, I love you, Allen. Defeat.
Jets, 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 Jets.